7:07 right here on today's hit music. It is Q92. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a good hump day so far. Hopefully. 7:07 330-450-9292. The phone number. Text line 330-269-9292. Thanks for having us on the radio. Thanks if you're listening at Q92radio.com or if you're watching now on YouTube, Facebook, and X. Appreciate any way you're checking out the morning show. As far as what we got for you here, the rest of the show, this hour and the 9 o'clock hour, you're going to hear the cue to call for a chance to become a finalist for those 2 kayaks we're giving away tomorrow morning. This is the final day to become a finalist. This is it. We're going to have a chance at this hour. You're going to hear the cue to call in the 9 o'clock hour. And then for those of you watching live on Facebook, YouTube, and X, Jake has a word for today. You're going to go over and like the live video feed. And Jake, what word are we saying today?
Boof. B-O-O-F.
B-O-O-F, because that is actually
It's a whitewater kayaking term. When you're going over a vertical or a waterfall or like a rock, you want to lift the bow or the front of the kayak up so you don't get submerged under the water when you hit the bottom.
Because if you did that, that would be like, oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to boof so you don't boof.
Right.
Now,
Okay.
for me, I'm aging myself, but when I hear the word boof, I think of the girl from Teen Wolf.
Was that her name?
Boof.
How do you remember this?
Because Teen Wolf was an amazing movie.
I agree.
Based on a true story.
Michael J. Fox was
Yeah.
chef's
I mean,
kiss.
come on now. This was back when he owned the 80s. Back to the Future, Teen Wolf. Jake, it's a story about a kid who was at he was at a high school, kind of just your normal kid. Not a nerd, but like not one of the popular kids. He kind of got picked on slightly. I wouldn't even say picked on. He just kind of was like looked over.
On what movie?
Teen Wolf.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, the kid that gets freakishly hairy and stuff is a little creepy.
The guy that messes with him?
No, I think that he was messing with him because he was afraid of him is what I'm saying. Because he had this like huge transformation.
He was on the basketball team, Jake, and he was just he wasn't great. He really wasn't good. He played, but the team wasn't doing well. Well, turns out he became a werewolf. He didn't know he was a werewolf. His dad was also a werewolf. And he found this out one night in his room. He couldn't believe it. And when he gets angry, he becomes the werewolf.
Yep.
Well, someone pissed him off, Jake.
You bully him and you see what happens. It was the ultimate bullying backfire.
Here's the fun thing. He became a werewolf in the middle of a high school basketball game.
Oh.
And suddenly, not only was he a werewolf, but he was very good at basketball.
And super popular. They didn't mind him.
Yeah, they didn't stop the high school basketball game because a werewolf appeared. They let him play. And all of a sudden, they had a great basketball team. But Lauren's right. Some people didn't like him.
You know, didn't his dad have the trait, too?
His dad did, too. His dad became a werewolf to show him.
Yeah.
That, you're not alone. He said he hoped it would pass his generation, but it didn't.
No, didn't skip.
No. So he became this real popular kid in high school, but only because he was the werewolf.
Interesting.
And at the end of the show,
He gets the girl,
the movie,
spoiler alert.
not only does he get the girl, he could have had the hot girl he always wanted, but he realized she wasn't what he wanted.
No, because she was fake. She was like
She was
superficial.
She only wanted him because he was a werewolf.
Yeah, because he was popular. Everybody was like, oh, the werewolf kid that plays basketball.
Everyone wants to sleep with the werewolf.
Right.
You get it.
Of course.
But he helps them win a basketball game without being the werewolf, Jake.
Oh.
He showed them we don't have to be werewolves to win.
He won by himself.
And then they win, and then he gets the girl, Booth, and they end up happily ever after. Fun fact in that movie.
That was her name.
Fun fact, and I'm not making this up. There is a clip at the very end of the movie when they're celebrating. It's either when they all have him on their shoulders or he's just celebrating, and you can see the stands behind him.
Yeah.
An extra in the movie pulled out his testicles, and you see them. It made it to the movie.
What?
It's not close up. It's not like in your face. He's an extra in the bleachers.
Okay.
Way back but he pulled out.
And they didn't edit that out?
They didn't catch it. They didn't catch it. Look, I get if neither one of you believe me, but it's true.
I believe you.
And if you go to, I don't know if they'll have it on YouTube but if you Google it, you will find that someone that was an extra in that movie decided he was going to be famous. And
what would you even Google?
He pulled it out.
That's
I don't believe he pulled out the entire. I believe he just wanted his coin purse. Did it come up when you Googled it?
I found it 10 years ago.
Yeah, I told you.
They call it the wiener bomb.
Yeah.
Instead of a photo bomb.
He literally, I don't know if he knew he was in the shot. I don't know, but he did it. And if you look closely.
I see it. There's a still image of it.
Yeah. He pulls it out. So there's a fun fact some of you might not have known about the movie Teen Wolf.
Okay. I mean, you don't really see anything.
No, I mean,
you can just tell his pants are unzipped.
You can tell something's not right.
Yeah, Jake, I'm going to send this to you.
He shouldn't be doing that in the middle of filming of a movie in a gymnasium.
No, it's highly inappropriate.
Yeah. So, Jake, I know you wouldn't watch Human Centipede.
No. Oh, yeah.
But if you're looking to watch an 80s movie, I would recommend Teen Wolf.
I would watch that one, yeah.
They made a Teen Wolf 2. Don't watch that.
No, it's not as good. They never are.
No, but that was even like a different person. It was Jason Bateman.
Which, have you seen him lately?
I'm going to assume that's for a movie.
Like, he's throwing back to Teen Wolf vibes.
He is.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that's for a role.
What is happening?
He's definitely letting the beard
You
go.
see him in what? Arrested Development. He's all like clean cut and then...
Ozark. You ever watch Ozark with him?
I mean, I know of it, but no, I didn't watch it.
Watch it. You'll be hooked from episode 1.
Really?
Tense. Yes.
Oh, I can't watch that then.
Oh.
Because I only get a chance to watch TV right before bed, and I have to go to bed early.
Ozark was great. Ozark was great. Teen Wolf was great. Now you know there was a wiener in the movie. We're getting finalists for the kayaks on your final day to become one. 7 o'clock hour, 9 o'clock hour, and on the live video stream. Like we said, go over, click the like button, put BOOF, BOOF. And the 8 o'clock hour, busy one, Your Call Wednesday, Rich DeRocher from the Hall of Fame, and tickets to see Pitbull at Blossom Music Center on August 29th. That's all coming up. Hope you guys are having a good start to your day. It's Teddy Swims. Lose Control. It's Q. Just joining us, we were talking last hour, middle of last hour, about my not daughter sets like 5 alarms to go off from 6 a.m. to like 6:50. She wakes up, sets the next one, tries to go back to sleep. Sets the next one, goes back to sleep, et cetera, et cetera.
This continues for an hour.
I found that idiotic. Not her, it.
The process.
The process. We had a big discussion last night. She said, I just don't get it.
You don't?
I'm an old head or whatever, but I don't get it.
Is that what she called you?
No, that's what I call myself. So I'm like, why would you not just sleep that 50 minutes of full sleep? That's an hour of sleep.
Yeah.
You don't get it. You don't get it. And that's not her voice, but that's what I'll use from now on. You don't get it. You don't get it. Lauren just sets a normal alarm. You have one backup, oh crap alarm.
Yeah, but it's like 30 minutes later.
I set an alarm. I have one snooze that's like 5 minutes after that. I have my alarm, the loudest volume, the most annoying noise you can have. Jake is also a little bit of a multi-alarm guy now. Are you still that way now, Jake?
No, I'll say like 1 or 2.
1 or 2 and you're good to go. Yeah. So we had a couple phone calls. A lady called in her 30s. She said, I'm in my 30s and I do the same thing.
Yeah.
She sets like multiple alarms. And one of the reasons my not daughter said she does this is because she won't wake up as angry.
Yeah, she's gently waking herself up. I think it's the healthiest, wisest use of time? No. But I understand her logic and that, you know.
A lot of you, we had 2 phone calls, and we had a lady who said she's a psych major, and studies have shown that actually is worse, and you get less sleep, and you'll be more tired and more irritable.
Yeah.
And that checks out with the not daughter, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
So, a lot of you text. Let's read some of them. See what you guys do. Mine goes off every 5 minutes from 6:20 to 6:40.
Every how many minutes?
5 minutes.
Yeah.
So you could have slept that 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I do that system too. It gradually wakes you up, and when it's finally ready for you to get up, I don't feel as groggy.
See, it works for some
Nuts.
people.
I'm 38. I set my alarms just like her, crying, laughing emoji. I'm a mom of 3 kids, ages 15, 11, and 8. I'm 33, and I do that sometimes. She sent in a screenshot. She has an alarm at 5:30, 6, 6:15, and 6:30. You guys, you could be sleeping.
Angela on Facebook says, I have one alarm only. I can barely stand to hear it once, much less it going off multiple times.
Absolute. I have 5 alarms set 6 minutes apart. The last alarm having a total different sound. My God, a lot of these people do this. Of the not daughters correct, you gradually waking up a little bit more with each alarm.
You better tell her to go back and watch this segment on YouTube so she can hear how many listeners have her back.
Rage room, families that play favoritism, but then call the kettle black for other family members when they believe that they are also doing it for their own kids. Family favoritism. Sucks. I feel bad for my brother and sister.
You're on a roll today. You know
really
your sister's listening.
I really do. They know I'm the best one. If there's one shining star of the children, they know who it was. They know it wasn't them. To the guy that passed me as soon as the railroad crossing bar goes up, how can you assume I'm not also late for work and in a hurry, asshat? Hey, listen, I'm for name calling as long as I can say it on the radio.
I wish I could be like, you know how they do the NFL mic'd up? I am like the worst. I need one of those for on days when I'm running late or someone's driving stupid, like close to me. My kids make fun of me all the time.
Asshat does not get used enough.
Your sister said I need to take your booze away.
Booze. The Zoa. Rage room, this country not having a law for maternity leave and having to go back to work too soon because you can't afford not to. Give it the times, USA. Rage room.
Yeah, you better sad.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's the hardest thing to go back to work and leave your baby the first time.
It's not easy.
Especially when you're not ready yet. You know what I mean? Like when you're not physically healed completely or, you're like lactating. And I only say that because it's a thing. Like, even if you're not breastfeeding, like you leak for a while.
Yeah. The older you get. Yeah. We're like old faucets when we get older. You know what I mean?
I'm talking about new moms.
I know. I'm talking about wieners. There's that old saying, you can wiggle, you can jiggle, you can do a little dance. The last 3 drops end up in your pants.
Yeah, that's gross.
You ever hear that, Jake?
Only from you.
Oh, well, there you go, dude.
But you have said it before.
Well, take it with you and use it in life.
Oh, I have already.
Have you done it?
Oh,
Yeah. And I repeat it to other people, and then everybody else knows what I'm talking about. I'm like, well,
because they've already all heard it. They're like,
No.
yeah. Oh, they haven't?
They haven't heard it.
Oh. I see. I've heard it.
Just trying to make the world a better place.
Yeah.
It's the conflict. It's like I say, everything of the kid screams emo, but not daughter swears up and down he is not emo.
Someone once told me if it looks like a duck and it walks like a duck, probably a duck.
And it loves this song. Probably. I'm telling you, I want to just, when he's over the house, just start randomly playing this on Alexa
And see what happens.
and just see if he does his ears perk up? Does he look around the room? You know what I mean? Does he stop like mid-sentence? Like, babe, we should really looking around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then I think I'll know. So I think that's when I just start playing this.
I was going to say, I don't know what else has to happen for you to confirm this other than just leveling
Asking
with
the
them.
kid?
Right. Just point blank being like,
I don't know.
so are you emo? I mean, what's with all the black? Aren't you hot? Like, all these.
Is it offensive to ask someone if they're emo?
No, just be like, I don't care. Little known fact, I am the father of emo. Like, you are one of my children if you are.
You might find him an ally more than an adversary if
Exactly.
you just talk. Like I made homemade chocolate chip cookies for my son's birthday party.
Mhm.
I offered him one. He said no.
Ooh.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
I made this from scratch.
Did you do that very thing to him? What you just said to me?
No. I just said, all right.
No, you should have. Make him feel bad. Make him come
Well,
out of
and I
his
thought
shell.
did he not want the cookie because he's emo?
What, do you emo people not eat chocolate chip cookies?
No, because they make you happy. If you're emo, you don't want to be happy.
Ever?
Not a lot. Not unless you're at one of these concerts. Then you're happy.
They don't take cookie breaks.
How many times you see you see a group of emo kids sitting around on a park bench somewhere chomping on Chips Ahoy. You know,
That doesn't mean it doesn't happen in private places.
They're eating beef jerky.
Why beef jerky?
No idea.
And Lauren in the morning on Q92.
Still to come this hour. We are playing the Q to call to make some of the finalists for the kayaks. We're giving away tomorrow morning. 2 of them we're handing out. If you are a finalist, make sure you answer your phone at 8 o'clock, please, for the love of God. It's all powered by Stark Parks, your destination for summer fun. Q to call coming up this hour in the 9 o'clock hour. And, of course, we're going to get a finalist from people watching the show on YouTube, Facebook, and X. All you got to do is go over, like the live video feed, and type in boof, which is a kayaking term, in case you guys didn't know. We did talk exclusively about the movie Teen Wolf. While you were gone, Jake and I were discussing. I don't know how I missed this, but if you know if a werewolf bites you, you become...
Yeah, it's kind of like the whole vampire thing.
I thought that was strictly... I thought the vampire had that unlocked. I didn't know that was a shared...
No, it's not unlocked. No.
I did not know that was a shared thing.
Yeah.
Zombies just want to eat your brains.
Yes. But I thought if you got bit by a zombie, you become a zombie too.
Well, The Walking Dead, you do.
Right.
Yeah, you definitely become a zombie.
So, I mean, there's multiple creatures, I guess.
You guys are all copying off each other.
Yeah.
Who's the original, I wonder? Who started the whole bite you, you become me?
I don't know. Good.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Question.
We're talking about that. And he referenced Wizards of Waverly Place.
Oh, a Disney reference. Of course.
And I was like, oh, that's okay. Okay. And I looked it up and sure as poop. I don't know why. I knew that was the vampires thing. I was not aware that. I just thought the werewolf just killed you. Really did.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy. You learn something new every day. Every day. Question.
Looking. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, question for both you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it on our prep site. What advice would you give an 18-year-old? Life advice would you give an 18-year-old? I know mine.
Well, I mean, I have multiple pieces of advice, but there would be a couple came right to mind.
One hit me right in the head. First off was like, learn finance.
Save.
Learn about
Save.
Learn about interest rates and credit cards. Like, learn. If you want to invest in the stock market, like, learn finances.
Mm-hmm.
It can help. It can be the difference between being in your late 20s and 30s and being in a great place or being in a terrible place.
Yeah. With
your credit, with what you have saved, with the debt you have. Like, I would say, listen, learn finance.
Yeah.
That would be mine.
I think that's part. I mean, that's obviously a big one because I think a lot of kids start college and, it used to be back in the day that the credit card companies would start coming after you, trying to offer you a card as soon as you started college.
Tables set up at YSU every start of the quarter, semester.
Yeah.
They'd be all over campus.
And I'm sure it's still the same, only they probably don't set up in person. They probably just send them texts or emails. And
Damn them. Do you know how they tricked us with that free T-shirt?
oh, yeah, you wanted a free T-shirt, right?
Free, I'm like, what? You get a what?
Who doesn't love a free T-shirt?
Well,
Sign me
I
up.
think that's worth 25% interest on
You're
all
going to
purchase.
give little old 18-year-old irresponsible me a $5,000 credit line, too? All right.
30% interest. That sounds fair.
You're trying to destroy my early adulthood. Let's go.
But hand over that T-shirt. I'm like, that looks like a penguin. I'm a
I
penguin.
hope you still have that T-shirt.
That's what they did, kids. You young kids don't know about that. But yeah, they could show up on colleges, set up tables all day, just literally there to sign up 17 and 18-year-olds for credit cards.
They were like the OGs of no credit, no problem.
Yeah, like, we got you. And I say again, have you seen the T-shirt? God, thank God you can't do that no more.
Yeah.
I did it. I won't lie. I did it.
I didn't until I was like 20. I think 20 is when I first got my first credit card. And honestly, it was a department store credit card. It wasn't like a Visa.
Best Buy?
Oh, we were living it up in New York and Company.
Oh.
I mean,
okay.
I was dressing. I looked good. I had a wardrobe right off mannequin. Literally right off mannequin.
If we're going first store credit card, Best Buy.
That was actually, I don't know that I ever had the Best Buy card. I think my husband did.
That was my first.
Yeah.
And I pretty much maxed it out on video games, CDs, and DVDs.
Oh my gosh, Amy said Fashion Bug was her first card.
Fashion Bug was your first store.
That's a throwback.
Fashion Bug. Jake, have you ever had a store credit card?
I've never had a credit card to this day, period.
Oh, high
There you
five,
go.
Jake. Yes.
There you go. See, you would have listened to my 18-year-old, my advice for your 18 years.
Keep
Oh,
it
yeah.
that way. Pay
All
for
right.
pay with it for cash. And if you don't have the cash, then you don't need it.
Yeah, but here's the problem. Don't I need one to like get a house one day or like
You can
something
establish
like that?
credit in other ways.
Okay.
Like you can do prepaid credit cards. If you're going to do a credit card, do that where it's almost like you load it with money and you use it revolving, like to initiate revolving credit, but you're not going into debt at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, there are workarounds.
Yeah.
There are definitely workarounds. Yeah, mine was Best Buy. Yours was New York and Company. That's funny.
Oh, New York and Company and me. I would stroll in there. I had a couple friends that worked there too. So I'd be like, all right, let me know when the new stuff comes out. I'll be back.
Well, where was I back in our day also? Tuesday was the day of new releases. That's when the CD music albums came out.
Oh, yeah.
When the video games came out.
Oh, I know. I worked at
So,
Best Buy.
Where was I on Tuesdays?
Can you imagine
Best Buy or Circuit City?
waiting in line outside of an unopened Best Buy for a CD? Because people did.
Yeah.
Or a DVD. Like when Titanic came out on DVD. Good Lord.
Damn thing took 2 VHSs. I still have my Discover card from college in 1987.
Wow. You better get some good rewards.
What was your first store credit card? Not like I just got a generic Visa. I'm talking about store credit card to that in particular store. We got Best Buy. We got New York and Company. Someone said, what?
Fashion Bug.
Fashion Bug.
That is like,
Wow.
yeah.
What was your first?
Maybe you had one
330.
to Deb. I think my sister did. Like, that was like big. We had to go to Canton Center to get.
Let's see how random we can get here.
Yeah.
Let's see how random we can get. What was the first store particular credit card that you ever got in your life? 330-450-9292. You can call us up. You can text 330-269-9292 or leave it in the comments on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Let's take a look at sports.
This is a Q92 Sports Break with Christian Bigglesworth on Q92.
The Guardians beat the Red Sox last night 4-1. They are now 17-6 on the season. They'll play Boston again tonight, 6:10 p.m. Carlos Carrasco will be on the mound for the Guardians. The Rubber Ducks beat Altoona last night 4-0. They're now 8-8 on the year. They play Altoona again today, 11 a.m. is first pitch. NBA playoffs last night. Minnesota beat Phoenix. Minnesota up 2-0 in that series. The Pacers beat the Bucks. That series is now tied at 1 game apiece. And the Mavs beat the Clippers. That series is now tied at 1 game apiece. NHL playoffs yesterday. The Rangers beat Washington. The Rangers up 2-0 in that series. Florida beat Tampa Bay. Florida leads that series 2-0. Colorado beat Winnipeg. That series now tied at 1 game apiece. And Nashville beat Vancouver. That series now tied at 1 game apiece. That's a look at sports right here on today's hit music, Q92.
This is a Q92.
Much colder air sweeping into the area during your Wednesday. A brief morning shower, a lot of clouds with temps falling through the 40s during the day. Overnight, a hard freeze in many spots. Our low near 30 with partly to mostly cloudy skies. I am Art J. Weather. Stay warm.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Haley.
Haley, where are we calling from this morning?
I am currently driving to training, but I am in Chippewa.
Oh, Chippewa, I love it there this time of year. What was that? What was the first store credit card you ever got?
Oddly enough, it was a PetSmart in-store credit card because I would go and feed the cats that they shelter there.
Okay.
Your first credit card ever was, you said PetSmart?
Yeah, it was for PetSmart, and I was 17 at the time.
Did you max it out, or were you good with it?
No, I maxed it out.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Spoiled pets.
That's all right.
Hey, that's fine.
I maxed out the Best Buy card. Don't worry about it. All right, thank you for the call. Appreciate it. Pet supplies. That is fantastic. I said I wanted random.
That's about as random, I think, as it's going to get.
That's what you gave me. That's fantastic. Let's go back to the text line here. So the mall gave me like 5 credit cards in one day. LOL. Victoria's Secret, Gap, Express, New York and Company. I was 21.
Oh, that's a recipe for disaster.
Are you okay?
Yeah, hopefully everything turned out okay.
Do you guys remember Radio Shack? Yes.
Oh,
there
yeah.
are times at this radio station I wish it still existed.
Oh my gosh, I know. Well, you know what? The last time that I had to run to Radio Shack was for this station. There was one left, and I think it was like in downtown Canton, and it was before one of the Hall of Fame broadcasts that we were doing. Someone had to go get a jack, and only they had it.
Yeah, now you got to be like smart, trying to think where to find. We need cords now.
Yeah.
You go to Office Max. Do you go to a Best Buy? Like,
you can get a lot of it on Amazon, but sometimes you don't have time to wait. You need it right now.
Right. Text Victoria's Secret was my first store catalog. Ooh, Sears checking in. You got to dig Sears. That's fantastic.
I had a Sears card.
Hey, I remember looking at that Sears catalog for Christmas presents every year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, anytime the catalogs would come, even now to this day, my kids will still look at like Christmas flyers with toys in them. They're way too old to play with them, but they're like, oh, that's cool. We didn't have that. Like, welcome to our world. I mean, that happened to us too.
Mom would give us each the catalog with different color markers and what we wanted Santa to bring us.
Yeah, circle.
We would circle, and then they would make sure Santa knew.
Yeah.
And we'd see. Know what he didn't bring. B. Moss was my first credit card. Oh, I remember B. Moss.
Yeah.
That's a good random one, too. Another one for Sears. Boy, Sears checking in.
Oh, yeah.
Elder Bierman. I worked there. There was one somewhere.
Right here in Alliance.
Is it still?
No.
Okay.
No. They closed a few years ago. But Elder Beerman was a great store. It was kind of like just a cut below, in my opinion, the like Dillard's.
Okay. So I remember those lines.
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, like when I was out here, when I first started here, I loved it because I would go Christmas shopping there because it wasn't nearly as busy as like the Belton Village area.
Amen. My first and only store credit card was Circuit City, and I got it to get a new plasma TV.
Nice.
My first credit card was Montgomery Ward's checking in.
Oh,
wow.
Right?
First store credit card was Victoria's Secret at 18 years old. They had a monthly interest rate of 22%, but I was smart about it and only spent what I could afford and paid it off every month. I still have the card. I'm 32 now and have a credit limit of $10K, LOL.
Whoa, yeah.
Not every kid was as smart as you and paid
No.
it right back off. Some of us just said, it's no big deal.
Like, why do you think it's free money at that age? Because I remember having that mentality.
I don't know.
If I mail them $50, they'll keep my account open. Oh, what?
'Cause
You
I'm-
increased my credit
Like,
limit?
wait, I spent 100, but you only need 20 right now?
Right. All right.
Oh, you guys are stupid.
Right. They really kind of were.
I'm just gonna pay the minimum every time.
Yeah.
Why haven't I gained anything? Why is the card not paid off yet? Woo. Chris, if you could go get all that money back, what would you do differently? Probably get one credit card that wasn't a store card and be very responsible. Very responsible.
Yeah, it's taken a lot of time, like for us. I mean, now we're in a good place, but it
Yeah.
took probably 2 or 3 years to truly clean everything up.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it took me to sell a house
Yeah, well, so you could pay everything off.
so I
yeah.
could get out of debt.
Yeah.
Huh? Old Navy was my first store credit card. I was wondering when that was going to show up.
Oh, yeah, that's a popular one.
Mine was Cabela's, and Carrollton has a Radio Shack.
Oh, that's
Carrollton.
good to know because, I
You
mean,
worth the drive?
could be.
Cabela's credit card, huh? All right. Macy's. I was wondering that was going to show up, too.
Yep.
They got me when I was 18.
Was it Macy's when you got the card, or was it Kaufman's?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good
Yeah, because it was Kaufman's before it was Macy's.
It was. If you can remember, my first mall card was from O'Neill.
O'Neill's. My grandmother, well, it was at Kitten Center. My grandmother worked for O'Neill's for years. And she also worked on the Hall of Fame fashion shows as a representative from O'Neill's. She was a styling lady.
Or you called it Kaufman's on the text line.
There you go.
Montgomery Ward's in Canton Center Mall maxed it out on stereo equipment. Gotcha. TJ Maxx was my first store credit card. The Limited showing up on the list.
The Limited. I used to love the Limited, too, when I was younger.
Shoot.
I had a shirt, Christian, or a sweater. It was cream, and it had this hand-stitched American flag on it. And I wore it to school thinking I was so cool. I was so preppy. Had the shirt on, and all of the boys started saying the Pledge of Allegiance to me every time they saw me in the hallways, and I never wore it again.
That's a good old-fashioned high school ribbon, right?
Oh, no. I was probably like in late elementary school, maybe 5th or 6th grade.
That's funny. My mom said her first credit card was J.C. Penney, and it all went downhill after that. Arts Jewelry was your first
Arts.
credit card.
Okay.
Carlisle's in the Carnation Mall.
Never heard of that.
I remember my mom would go to Alliance
Just to go to
because they had a
Carlisle's?
Carlisle.
What was it?
I don't know. I think it was a clothing store
Okay.
for women, maybe, and I could be making that up. My first card was Lowe's. That's not a bad first credit.
No, it's not. And like almost like the home improvement ones, I can kind of like justify,
Kinda
especially
get
if
it.
you have a home.
Yeah.
Like,
Home Depot, another, again. Kohl's card was your first store credit card. Another one, Kohl's with two hand on the head emojis.
Yeah.
I take it you did some damage with the Kohl's card. My first store credit card was Structure.
Oh, Structure. I used to shop there for Tony, like when we were babies.
That's a long time ago. Structure.
Yeah.
That was one of the stores in the mall, man.
Everybody wanted to go to Structure. All the boys were wearing Structure.
Ooh. You had your American Eagle boys. You had your Structure boys.
Yeah,
You had your Old Navy boys. You had
Yeah.
your Foot Locker boys.
sure.
There were guys just dressed by stores at the mall. Like there was a store, you picked it, and that's how you dressed.
Yeah. That's
K
fair.
Jewelers. Columbia House was the first place to give me credit. You still owe them for those CDs, by the way.
Probably.
My first store credit card, Kaufman's. Macy's was mine. May have been Kaufman's, but it's been so long, I don't remember.
There you go.
My credit union at age 33.
Good for you. You waited.
In a
We-
much better place.
Now, as adults, I take that back. We have a Lowe's card that I'm pretty sure they're going to close on us because we haven't used it. And the only reason we did it was because it was a $100 instant rebate when our washer went out. So we were like, okay. I mean, $100. So we have that card, but there's no balance on it. And then we have a Discover card and a Capital One card, but both of them only get used about once a year. Like when we first book our vacation, we'll put the deposit on the card and then immediately pay it off just to keep the card open. And then the other one we use for Christmas presents so that no one sees on the checking account. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So, and then we pay it off immediately.
You do it smart.
I mean, I'm telling you, it is
followed
so
what's his name.
hard. It was so hard to pay off all that stuff. But I'll tell you what, if you can stick it out and pay it off, you'll never do that again. You will never, ever, ever put yourself in debt again.
Someone said, tell Laura, I assume that's you.
Yeah.
She has to use her Lowe's card every 18 months when they close.
Okay, so
maybe
it's
you got
probably been a
more
little
time.
over a year. I've got to use it the next few months probably before they're like, all right, bye-bye. You're not using it.
We'll end it with these three because they're fantastic. Well, first, Discover.
Yes.
No problem there. Look at this. Fashion Bug.
I love Fashion Bug.
Fashion Bug was my first credit card at 18 years old. I haven't heard Fashion Bug. Lane Bryant's credit card was the
that's
first
clothing.
credit card.
Yep.
I'm 23. I've never had one. Let's keep it going. Bauman's. Is that Bauman's? Bauhman?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Never heard of that one. That was your first credit card. There you go. I knew there'd be some randoms in there.
And so the roundabout advice is, because you started out with what would you tell an 18-year-old? Don't do it. Don't get a credit card right away.
See all these dumb things we all did in this text line this last hour? You hear all these stores we yelled at you? We got cards just for those stores, and a lot of us maxed them out.
And probably didn't pay them all off.
Some of us had to file bankruptcy.
Some of us had collections call us.
Yeah, some of us had people calling, threatening us if we didn't pay them.
Yeah.
So there you go. That was interesting. Good little social experiment there. Jake, you think you're doing it right? I agree with Lauren. There's other ways to build your credit.
There is. Do
Much safer, less debt-consuming ways. So
you have a car loan that you're on?
No.
Once you get that too, that'll help.
that'll help.
Mhm.
That'll help.
Okay.
You don't pay your own insurance yet, do you?
No.
Do you even know what your credit score is?
No.
Wait, you're
I didn't know I
25.
had one. I
Isn't
didn't
this
think I had one.
Isn't this your last year you can be on your parents?
No, I have one more year. You can tier
Oh, you're
26.
Nice.
Yeah.
Stay on it.
As long as you can.
See if you can get to 27. It's Dua Lipa levitating. It's Q92. That Q to call's coming. And I'm sorry people are a-holes and run through an emergency scene. Good Lord.
Oh, maybe that is the problem.
Oh, someone says you're just a cold-hearted bee.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I doubt it,
We
but
played that this morning earlier.
yeah.
You know who sings that song?
No.
Jet. Sings Cold Heart Bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the group Jet.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense
Not
now.
to be confused with the group from the 80s, the Jets.
You've got it all.
Yeah. You just proved you're going through menopause knowing that song. You just confirmed it with that reference.
I love the Jets.
You're like Johnny and Marie Osmond, of course. Who's going through
Younger
menopause?
than you.
Who's going through menopause? Not me. Hey guys, remember Johnny Carson?
Call now to win.
Call now to win a pair of kayaks with Stark Parks and Q92.
There is your cue to call for the kayaks. We're giving away 2 tomorrow morning on the show in the 8 o'clock hour. But you can't win them unless you're a finalist. Final day to do so. Here's an opportunity, 330-450-9292. Caller 10, you'll be our latest finalist. Good luck.
We lost power literally all of the time. Like one big gust, lights out. Like that's all it took. Yeah, done. We'd be done. We'd be sitting in the dark.
Jake, pretend you're the wind.
Oh, look, power went out. I don't know what.
That was performance art right there. That was Shakespearean. We should take that on the road.
What was that? Psst.
Yeah, Jake, you were just whispering. I said, be the wind. I have a secret.
But like when we moved, we switched power companies. We never lose power. Ever. I shouldn't say that. We lost it right before Christmas last year, and we were out almost all day.
When I lived in Alliance, I actually would lose my power a lot.
No, like legit. Like, how does this even happen? I want to see if you. Who did you have?
I'm not bashing them. I had Ohio Edison.
Oh, see, we have Ohio Edison now. We used to have AEP.
I have Ohio Edison now still.
Yeah.
My place now, knock on wood, God, don't jinx us. When a lot of places around us go out, power, we don't.
Ooh.
Knocking on wood for that.
You're on like a secret strong
I don't know,
grid.
but like we've been very lucky. Very lucky. My mom's goes out all the time.
Do you have well water?
No.
See, we do. So when we lose power, we don't have water at all.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, because then the pump can't pump it up from the well.
No, I understand.
Yeah. Just in case you didn't.
You see, Christian, what happens is. Yeah, all right. Finally, I had the answer.
Q92.
Much colder air sweeping into the area during your Wednesday. A brief morning shower, a lot of clouds with temps falling through the 40s during the day. Overnight, a hard freeze in many spots. Our low near 30 with partly to mostly cloudy skies. I am Art J. Weather. Stay warm.
Morning.
Maslin.
All right, Kelly, congratulations. You're caller 10. You are now a finalist.
All right. Awesome.
Congratulations, Kelly. You're now in the running. And tomorrow we could be calling you to tell you that you won yourself a pair of kayaks just in time for summer. All courtesy of our friends at Stark Parks, your destination for summer fun. Just tell everybody your favorite station, making you a finalist.
Q92.
There we go. Now we got 2 more chances for you to become a finalist this morning for the kayaks. One is going to be the cue to call in the 9 o'clock hour. And the next one is going to be for someone who goes over to the live video stream of the morning show. It's on YouTube, Facebook, and X. Clicks the like button and puts the word boof, BOOF, in the comments of the live video feed. Because, Jake, what does boof mean?
It is a term used in whitewater kayaking that when you go over a waterfall, you want to lift the front of the kayak above, like up, so that when you hit the bottom, you don't submerge yourself under the water. And that is called boofing.
Well, boofing. Something you need to know if you're going to become a kayaker.
No, you know what? Tony has a cousin that does whitewater rafting in Colorado, and we'll probably be seeing him in June. I'll have to be like, do you ever boof? I need to use that word in an applicable fashion.
The word is boof. I see a couple poofs coming in.
Yeah, it's boof with a B.
I mean, we'll allow those because we know what you were trying to do, but it's boof with a B as in boy.
Right. Like if my kayak goes under.
Yeah. If your
Poof.
kayak went poof, I mean, it disappeared. You're in the water. But if it went boof,
you're screwed.
Yeah. There we go. There you go. Love seeing them come in. Love seeing you guys enter. Maybe we'll say your name when we randomly pick one at the end of the 9 o'clock hour. Now, the 8 o'clock hour that's coming up, there's a lot going on. It's a Your Call Wednesday. By the way, something's up that you haven't discussed once today.
What?
I thought you'd be leading with it.
I don't. Christian, you know what my morning's been like.
Oh, stress-free and zen as always. You act like this place can get to someone. Now, the 8 o'clock hour, I'm gonna tell her what she's missing. And I only know this because someone told me about it this morning. It's a big day for you. And it really is.
Okay.
I'll tell you what it is. And
Okay.
it'll tie in to a Your Call Wednesday.
Oh, I like it. Okay.
So we'll be kicking that off the 8 o'clock hour. Send in your requests, though, and we'll get as many on as we can. At 8:30, Rich DeRocher from the Pro Football Hall of Fame. How about this? Pitbull tickets.
Ooh.
Pitbull's coming to Blossom.
Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 305. That's a good show.
I'll tell you what, Jamie and the Not Daughter, high school Not Daughter, love Pitbull.
Yes,
They went to that show last year.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Blossom.
They said the crowd was insane. Insane.
When we promoted the show and then we're, part of all of that planning and everything, when he came to the Hall of Fame, I went and it was awesome. Actually, I partied with Nicolina's mom.
At Pitbull?
Oh, she loves herself some Pitbull.
But you're a good
Mama
artist.
diva.
If you've been around for a while, but like your mom and that mom who grew up with you's daughter all
Yes.
love your music.
Yep.
And want to dance and sing to your
It's
music.
kind of like the New Kids on the Block.
They were partying on the lawn at the Pitbull concert. And
Yep.
they think they announced the crowd was like 20K.
I believe it. He puts on such a high energy show, and his
That's the
dancers
thing. There's no like slow it down Pitbull.
no, all of his songs are like,
No, you're right. Yeah, there is.
you know,
It's
like
and now we're going to slow it down a bit.
yeah,
Like,
no, there's
he's
no
not.
ballads like that.
No, you're going to hear Mr. 305 a million times.
Yeah.
And then every song you hear, you're going to be like, that was on the radio. That was on the radio.
Oh,
Forgot
yeah.
about that one on the radio. The guy's got a catalog.
Huge catalog.
I always say him and Flo.
And then you hear that.
Those are two artists. You go to a concert, be like, yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
And then you sit there and you go, I knew every damn song in the concert.
It's going down. I'm yelling timber.
a lot
Wasn't
of
he on that one?
That was Pitbull.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Better than them all. So Pitbull tickets to give away. I think we hyped that properly.
Yeah,
That's
we did.
all coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. It's Halsey, Bad at Love at Q. They had like a list of things you don't realize you do that annoy your neighbors. And I was going through a list. It's pretty standard. It's a lot of things that I think we've all experienced neighbors doing or we've even maybe done ourselves.
Right, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like mowing your lawn late at night or early in the morning. Letting your dogs go in the neighbor's yard and poop, and you know what I mean? Not taking care of that or not cleaning up the poop.
Yeah.
Things like letting your kids play in the street all day. Going overboard for holidays.
That's my yard. Mind your business.
Tree debris or grass debris, not, putting the grass clippings out in the street or letting your leaves go into your neighbor's yard or raking them into your neighbor's yard. Things like that.
Yeah.
Parking issues. People who park on the street and other people don't like it or not allowed to do it, but they do it anyway. Basic stuff. And it got me thinking, like, doesn't mean you don't like your neighbors.
Right.
But what is something your neighbor does that annoys you or you don't like, you wish they didn't do? Again, doesn't necessarily, you might hate your neighbors, I get it. But you might not hate them at all, but they do this one thing, you're like, yeah, I really wish you guys didn't do that. like mine is just because I'm an introvert.
Yeah.
I wish they wouldn't be outside when I pull in to talk to me.
That's funny.
When I pull in, I just want to go in my house.
Oh, I
and
know.
It has nothing to do. They're lovely. I have great neighbors on both sides.
I know that, but you're similar here. Like, don't talk to me. I just want to leave.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to go. I want to get in I just pulled in. I just got home. I want to just, I'm going to get the mail, and I said, like, I'll pull in. They'll laugh because we'll pull in, and you'll hear, I'll go, oh, if one of them's outside, like,
are your windows ever down?
Here we go. No, I'm not like that rude. And I have great neighbors on both sides. Awesome. It has nothing to do with them as persons. It has to do with me being a weirdo and not wanting to associate with humans.
Yeah, I don't mind that. We have awesome neighbors on our one side. Like, we're very good friends with them. Our kids babysit, house sit. We just got done fish sitting yesterday for them. They're amazing. We could not ask for better neighbors.
You could.
Everybody else, like, they're fine. Like, we don't talk to all of our neighbors all of the time, but if we see them, it's like, hello,
Yeah.
There's one neighbor, though, in particular, and it's not even anything that they do that gets on my nerves. I'm perplexed by it. Both he and his wife have to pull into the garage backwards. They have
Does he have a truck?
to back in.
Dodge Ram?
Oh, my God, I think he does.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It's a truck, but I don't know what make it is. I'm going to look today.
Either an F-150 or a Dodge Ram.
They are so nice, but I cannot figure out why we have to make it a point to back in. It perplexes me. It has for years. I don't know. To be fair, my son's allergic to fish. We only know that because he got an extensive allergy testing panel when he was little.
All the shots?
Oh.
You got all the shots?
Well, no, he had something called RAS testing where they actually do a blood test, but they did it on him like while he was under general anesthesia for an adenoidectomy and tubes in his ears and all that jazz. But it really like does a deep dive on what you're really allergic to.
I had the tubes. I had the tubes put in and taken out of my ears.
Yeah, my son had 2 sets.
Yeah.
One of them fell out on his pillow. I didn't realize how teeny tiny they were. I guess when you think tube, you think like tube.
I didn't realize it could just fall out like that.
They do. As
like
you
earwax.
Well, think about it. As you grow, the inside of your ear grows too. So, like, the hole expands where they put the tube in, and then the tube just goes, falls out on your pillow.
What's the biggest surgery you ever had?
Probably my appendectomy.
Tonsils.
Yeah.
Jake?
Oh, I don't know what it's called. I said it once before. It's on the.
Oh boy.
Yeah. One of my balls was in my stomach.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Could you lead into that a little?
I thought he was good.
I
thought he was gonna say circumcision. No.
I didn't. I thought it was gonna be like, heart surgery, like something like that he thinks is nothing, but it's like a huge deal. Oh, I just had a little heart surgery. But he goes right to, with no lead in, no build up, goes right to one of my balls in my stomach. I had a friend that same thing, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
They have to go get it. What they do is they punch you in the chest and it drops.
Shut up. That is not true.
Yeah. There we go.
Can you imagine?
And then boom, you have a stuffed shell. That's crazy. That's great. Who remembers that one? Well, that's not
Who can't forget
that's
that one?
not as uncommon as you think. I just was that was right to the point there. There was no dancing around that.
No,
We did not beat around that bush.
we didn't even call it its technical
The
name.
ball was in my stomach.
Right.
Oh, that would be a surgery. Was that outpatient?
I don't know what that means.
Did you have to stay in the hospital overnight?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Just went in, they did. You went home that day.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
was very young, so I don't remember much.
Yeah, they tend to do that early. They tend to notice, like, oh, where's it at? Oh, I found it. Or just maybe like a good hug. You know what I mean?
It's not like one of those little like stress things that you squeeze and
It's
their
like a
eyeballs
gumball machine.
pop out. Right.
Oh, there's one still in there. Shake him. There we go. There we go. Jake, 3 crying, laughing emojis in the text line. Last time I went to Red Lobster, we spent. Well, we're back to Red Lobster.
I was
You
gonna
people
say,
are
what?
just not done burying Red Lobster, are you? The last time I went to Red Lobster, we spent 4 hours there as I tried to bankrupt them with 24 plates of endless shrimp combos. They tried slowing me down by delaying bringing my next serving, LOL. It's the conflict. It's like I say, everything of the kid screams emo, but not daughter swears up and down he is not emo.
Someone once told me if it looks like a duck and it walks like a duck, probably a duck.
It loves this song. Probably. I'm telling you, I want to just, when he's over the house, just start randomly playing this on Alexa
And see what happens.
and just see if he like,
Yeah.
does his ears perk up? Does he look around the room? You know what I mean? Does he stop like mid-sentence? Like, babe, we should really looking around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then I think I'll know. So I think that's something I just start playing this.
I was gonna say I don't know what else has to happen for you to confirm this, other than just leveling
Asking
with
the
them,
kid?
right? Just point blank, being like,
I don't know.
"So "Are
Is
you
it-
emo? I mean, what's with all the black? Aren't you hot? Like all these."
Is it offensive to ask someone if they're emo?
No, just be like, I don't care. Little known fact: I am the father of emo. Like, you
Yeah,
are
like
one
you-
of my children if you are.
You might find him an ally more than an adversary if
Exactly.
you just talk. Like I made homemade chocolate chip cookies for my son's birthday party.
Mhm.
I offered him one. He said no.
Ooh.
Like, wow,
Yeah.
I made this from scratch.
Did you do that very thing to him? What you just said to me?
No, I just said, all right.
No, you should have. Make him feel bad. Make him come
Well,
out of
and I
his
thought
shell.
did he not want the cookie because he's emo?
What, do emo people not eat chocolate chip cookies?
No, because they make you happy. If you're emo, you don't want to be happy.
Ever?
Not a lot. Not unless you're at one of these conferences. Then you're happy.
They don't take cookie breaks.
How many times you see a group of emo kids sitting around on a park bench somewhere chomping on Chips Ahoy? You know,
That doesn't mean it doesn't happen in private places.
they're eating beef jerky.
Why beef jerky?
No, I think it is Q92. Good morning, everybody. Now in the 8 o'clock hour, Christian, Lauren, Jake here on your radio, streaming at Q92radio.com. You can watch along on YouTube, Facebook, and X. Don't forget to head on over, click the like button, put the word booth, that is a kayaking term, in the comments section, BOOF, by the way. So you have a chance to be selected at the end of the show and made a finalist for these 2 kayaks that we're giving away. It's the final day to become one. If you haven't become a kayak finalist yet, you got 2 more chances with us. You got chances with Nicolina, with Keller this afternoon, and with Ryan tonight. So make sure you're listening to Q92 all day. Make sure you hear that cue to call, and you're caller number 10. If you are a finalist, we'll be talking to you around this time tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hopefully. So and feel free to answer when we call.
Yeah, that's the only way we will be talking to you around this time tomorrow is if you answer.
Absolutely. 330-450-9292. The phone number, the text line, 330-269-9292. Someone said Secretary's Day. Happy Secretary's Day to all the secretaries out there.
Yeah.
All right. Secretaries,
Thanks
thank you for what you
supporting.
do.
Yeah, you support the office. You guys are like the gatekeeper, if you will.
You are.
It's a hard job.
If you think about it. I do see some requests in the text line, some interesting ones. We'll get to those. Lauren, today is a big day. It is April 24th. And it was someone texted this to me at like 5:30 in the morning, and I Googled it.
Yeah, and it's true.
Today, Wednesday, April 24th, is New Kids on the Block Day.
What?
They have a day.
They have a day?
Yes.
That's incredible.
It's a special occasion for fans of the iconic boy band New Kids on the Block as they celebrate this day and celebrating this year 35 years.
Wow.
As they're gearing up for their Magic Summer Tour this year, which will be all over the country. I believe it's coming to Cleveland. All right.
Yeah, we already gave tickets.
So this is their day. They have a day, and it's April 24th. There's all kinds of pictures and memes and all kinds of videos. But today is New Kids on the Block Day. So I think when you leave here today, you should blast some New Kids on the way.
Maybe I will.
Give Taylor just a little break. And let's go home and listen to, some New Kids.
Yeah.
So with that said, I think it's only fitting to give you your choice of what we have.
Do we have I'll Be Loving You?
New Kids on the Block. No.
Dang it.
We have 2 in the morning.
Okay.
Step by Step.
Okay.
Summertime. Hanging Tough. The Right Stuff. Hanging Tough again for some reason. And Please Don't Go Girl.
Ooh, Hanging Tough or Please Don't Go Girl. Which one?
You can pick either Hanging Tough.
I know.
There's 2 of them. Or Please Don't Go Girl.
What do you guys
You have
want to
no
hear?
thought on Summertime?
Yeah. It's okay.
I thought from their comeback music, I thought that was their best one.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we should play it on New Kids Day, but
What's your thought process? What do you want to hear? You want to hear a more upbeat tempo or a slower love ballad?
I mean, I like to hear the fast stuff, but listen, Please Don't Go Girl is
Come on.
pretty legendary. I mean, I'm a Bon Jovi fan.
All right, somebody has spoken and backed me up. Please don't go, girl.
All right. Kicking off Your Call Wednesday on New Kids on the Block Day. Please Don't Go Girl. It's Q92.
Yeah.
Y'all know Keller gave us a gem a few weeks back, or maybe a month back, with his Ciao. And we all know the controversy of Ciao disappearing from my folder.
Oh, yeah.
Came back. Ciao. But we all know that it disappeared from my folder. Well, now we kind of have a who did it better. He has struck again with his audio prowess. This time he took on Peyton Manning. Anyone that knows Peyton Manning, whether he played for the Colts, whether he played for the Broncos, we know that it is. I don't know if you know how big of a football fan you are, Jake. Probably not the biggest.
No.
Is there a sport you love necessarily, or not even one?
I don't sport.
I don't sport. That's going on the list. Hold on. That's going on the Jake. Facts about Jake. Number 13. He doesn't sport. Great phrase, by the way, Jake.
Thanks.
Hold on, everybody. This is live. He doesn't sport. All right, we're up to 13 things now. Random facts about Jake. There will be a quiz at the end of the year. Be ready for that. So, the latest commercial that Keller had to make involved the word Omaha, used by Peyton Manning. So I'm going to ask you, who did it better? Feel free to text in Peyton or Keller. First, I'll give you the original. This is Peyton Manning doing his famous. See, Jake, he used to yell Omaha all the time before he'd hike the ball.
Oh, okay.
It was his thing. If you follow football, you know that. And this is what it would sound like.
Omaha! Omaha!
Okay? Give it to you again.
Omaha! Omaha!
He's yelling, setting up the players where he wants them. And this is Keller doing Omaha. Let's see let's see how he did.
Omaha! Omaha!
Omaha! Omaha! Omaha! Omaha!
So I ask you, young Jake, who did it better? Peyton?
Omaha!
Or was it Keller?
Omaha!
I'm gonna have to go with Keller.
More, it's more rich, more bass.
Yeah,
Omaha!
it's more clear.
Omaha!
You can really.
Well, I mean, there's no crowd. He's not.
that's
he's
true.
Not on
He's
the
not.
field.
Yeah, he's not 50 feet away from the camera.
Right. And he's not in a stadium full of thousands of people. He's in the confines of our production room. But I don't know, man. It's a pretty good.
Omaha! Omaha!
I don't know. Who did it better? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rage Room, when your friend has no kids, husband, lives with her parents, but says she's a life coach and posts videos of how others can improve their lives, Rage Room. That is fantastic.
Listen, it's fine if you've got no kids, no husband, and you live with your parents. But to say that you can help others live their best life when you have zero experience.
Listen, the only thing I would take umbrage with, good word there, is, is still living with your parents. No, if you don't have kids, you don't have to have kids to be successful. You don't have to have a husband or wife to be.
Right.
But I'm assuming
you do need to be independent, though, to speak on how to.
If your age starts with a 3 and you're still living with mommy, you should probably reassess a few things.
Yeah.
Now, unless you're ridiculously smart and have been stashing money away this entire time.
Well, that would be really smart. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get that. But I don't, how old is this friend who, no kids, no. If you text me 23, I mean, come on, that's fine.
Yeah, but still.
If you text me 31.
How can you be a life coach at 23 when you haven't had any life experience?
Yeah, well, touche.
Yeah.
Touche. Jake, you'd be a good life coach.
Would I? At age 24?
At age 24, I think you've learned a lot. You've moved out, had to move back in.
Yeah, he's gone to school hard knocks.
You have a job. You've started an own side business you're trying to get off the ground.
Yeah.
You're in a long-distance relationship that includes trust, travel.
What's your mantra?
I don't.
He doesn't know what that means.
Okay. What's your slogan, Jake, for life?
I don't know. Just ride the wave. That's my slogan for life.
Ride the wave.
Yeah,
ride the wave.
Yeah, just ride the wave.
Because on your electric surfboard.
Yeah.
I remembered.
That came as a foam kickboard.
It came as a foam kickboard you ordered from China on Instagram at night.
For $300.
You know what else? I had a friend who used to, and he would admit this, he would get drunk at night and order concert tickets and then ask girls to go to the concert with him. Random girls like he'd see at bars or
I need to
online.
hook him up with my sister.
He's married now.
Oh, dang it.
He's married
My
now.
sister does that. She'll text me really late. She'll be like, which concert do you want to go to next? I'm like, stop. How much have you had to drink? Because we're going to be sitting front row.
He wouldn't be about a friend. He'd be about, I'm going to take a girl to this. That's what he would do. It'd be for a date.
Yeah.
But he'd buy him drunk and he'd have tickets to like all these concerts and he wouldn't necessarily have anyone to go with. He would tell me about it. It was frustrating to him. He's happily married now. Everything's fine.
I'm glad. Hopefully he takes
But I
her to
remember that.
shows.
That stuck with me.
Yeah.
I was like, but you're buying just concert tickets? I was like, did you ask someone? No.
I'll find somebody to
Like,
go with
you're,
me.
You're buying them and drunk, and then you're like, well, I'm going to find a girl and we're going to go to the show.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, man.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Text message, Jake is a secret serial killer.
He is not, I assure you.
No! Oh, he wouldn't hurt a fly.
He's
or would
literally,
he?
no, he wouldn't. He's literally the nicest kid you'll ever, no, I can't say kid. You are the nicest kid that I've ever met. I have to say that because technically I could be your mom.
Yeah.
How old are you?
24.
Oh, I could easily be your mom. I would have had you when I was 18, but still, it happens.
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes for great senior pick.
Find a rewarding career close to home at Kimball. You'll find outstanding benefits, a supportive team, and opportunities for career growth. Working for a local family company really makes a difference. Apply today.
Q92.
Much colder air sweeping into the area during your Wednesday. A brief morning shower, a lot of clouds with temps falling through the 40s during the day. Overnight, a hard freeze in many spots. Our low near 30 with partly to mostly cloudy skies. I am Art J. Weather. Stay warm.
Good morning.
You're listening to Christian and Lauren in the morning on Q92.
Q92, hello, who is this?
Hi, Christian. Hey, my name's Lisa.
Yes.
I know that Lauren is a New Kids on the Block fan,
Mhm.
and I just texted in on the text line that they have a toll-free number, or it's a free number that you can call and listen to messages from them.
What is it? Do you know it by heart?
The number?
Yeah.
No, I don't know it by heart.
All right, well, I'll try to look it up then. But it still works today?
Yes.
Oh,
They said it's a lot different from last time because they used to have one years ago, and they said it was like a 900 number that charged, so much per minute. But now
I remember those.
It's a free number, and that you can call it, and then every once in a while they'll change the message up, and it's all of the guys that'll get on there and give a message to you.
Fun fact: Hall & Oates has one too. You can call it, and it'll play songs of theirs.
Oh, awesome!
All right, thank you for the call. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks.
Okay, well,
Do you call Hall & Oates a lot?
I have
No?
in desperate times.
Yeah.
You can pick what song you want to hear.
Is it Daryl?
Well, this is before the fight. So actually,
So it's both of them.
both of them.
Okay.
Well, I they don't talk to you. They just go, "Oh, you called the Hall & Oates, blah blah blah."
No, that's a
+1 to hear Maneater.
that's a you can select.
No, it's the hits.
Oh.
It's the hits.
Yeah, the bangers.
Well, here's the fun thing. Lauren Googled. We found the number. And if you were to call the New Kids on the Block phone line that exists today,
Which is, by the way, 1-806 New Kids.
and it's current as of today, here's
Yes.
what you're going to hear.
Hey everybody, it's Joey McIntyre from New Kids on the Block. I am so excited to let you know that we have a new song coming out Wednesday to celebrate New Kids on the Block Day, y'all. What a perfect way to celebrate with a beautiful ballad sung by the one and only Mr. Jordan Knight. It is called A Love Like This, and it's off our new album, Still Kids. It's coming out May 17th. We're all so excited. Please enjoy and happy NKOTB Day. Yeah.
Now you're so close, I can hardly breathe. I look at you and I can't believe that you're my whole of my life. I really fall in love like this.
Nice fade out.
Swoon.
Nice fade out. Well, they hang up on you.
I know. They're like abrupt. They're like, bye.
They're like, now leave. There you go. It works.
I feel like it should have been like a thank you for calling. Check out the new
Yeah.
single.
They're like,
Have an amazing day
Like,
from
now-
the New Kids on the
now
Block.
bugger off. All right. Sorry, Joey. It is a Your Call Wednesday, and also coming up here in a few minutes, Rich DeRocher from the Pro Football Hall of Fame. But right now, going out by request on the text line. Don't get this request a lot. Someone wants to hear some LaBouche.
Yes, I was hoping that was what you were going to play.
LaBouche, Sweet Dreams on a Your Call Wednesday. It's Q92.
This is a Q92 Sports Break with Christian Bigglesworth on Q92.
The Guardians beat the Red Sox last night 4-1. They are now 17-6 on the season. They'll play Boston again tonight, 6:10 p.m. Carlos Carrasco will be on the mound for the Guardians. The Rubber Ducks beat Altoona last night 4-0. They're now 8-8 on the year. They play Altoona again today, 11 a.m. is first pitch. NBA playoffs last night. Minnesota beat Phoenix. Minnesota up 2-0 in that series. The Pacers beat the Bucks. That series is now tied at 1 game apiece. And the Mavs beat the Clippers. That series is now tied at 1 game apiece. NHL playoffs yesterday. The Rangers beat Washington. The Rangers up 2-0 in that series. Florida beat Tampa Bay. Florida leads that series 2-0. Colorado beat Winnipeg. That series now tied at 1 game apiece. And Nashville beat Vancouver. That series now tied at 1 game apiece. That's a look at sports right here on today's hit music, Q92.
Wake up with Christian and Lauren on Q92.
Still to come this hour, we got tickets to see Pitbull coming up. Listen for the cue to call. When you hear it, be caller number 10. And we will give you a pair of tickets to see Pitbull at Blossom coming up Thursday, August 29th. That's going to be a party at Blossom Music Center. I'm sure a lot of you looking forward to that. So that's coming up. 2 more chances to become a finalist for those kayaks coming up in the 9 o'clock hour. But at 8:35 on a Wednesday morning, that can only mean we're talking to Rich DeRocher from the Pro Football Hall of Fame like we do every week. And, of course, Pro Football Hall of Fame, busy as always. And it's a big week for the NFL. Rich, the NFL draft tomorrow night.
It's Super Bowl weekend.
Oh. I'm telling you. Well, for a lot of teams it is. For the Bears it is.
For 25 teams it is.
Yeah, yeah, but hard to believe. More history going to be made tomorrow with the NFL draft, round 1 kicking off tomorrow night. And that, I mean, the draft, then mini camps, and before you know it, training camp. Then we start the season here in Canton.
Started in Canton, Ohio, and you know, the draft has always led to some fun inclusion into the museum, and still on display since it seems like it's, you know, turn of the century. Tom Brady's draft card. Everybody still loves Tom Brady's draft card, and then, you know, and when we pick up new ones every year. You know, Baker Mayfield's was hot for a little while, and Trevor Lawrence's was brought some people and wanted to just look at that 3x5 index card with somebody's name written on it. And, you know, maybe this year it's Caleb Williams or Jaden Daniels or J.J. McCarthy. You know, those guys that are drafted in the first round. We'll make a display out of those first round cards. And, even before the draft with the combine, we just put on exhibit the shoes that have the blister marks on them from where Xavier Worthy ran his 4.21 40-yard dash. I'm not sure my car can go 40 yards in 4.21 seconds. But this guy's very fast feet carried him down the field that quickly. So that's on display. I think people are going to stop and look at that. And, hey, listen, it's a pair of shoes. But what it does when people stop, what we want people to do when they stop and look at that is to just think about what it represents. And it represents somebody who's worked really, really hard to put themselves in position to play, to fulfill their dream. And that's kind of how we try to frame these things. This is about somebody's dream coming true tomorrow night or Friday or Saturday. And even if they don't get drafted, there are plenty of guys in the Pro Football Hall of Fame who weren't drafted. And so, if they want to work hard enough and get the right opportunity with the right team, it can happen.
Yeah, and you bring up a good point too. With the draft going on, it's going to get a lot of people's NFL engines running and stuff like that. So what better way to celebrate that if you got the NFL itch right now after watching the draft to get in the car and head over to the Pro Football Hall of Fame this weekend?
This weekend, the draft, we talk about somebody like Xavier Worthy and his fleet feet. He weighs about 100. I'm bigger than him. And, that I always root for anybody who is an average size human being who can succeed in a big man's game. We will have two very, very large men. One of the largest men I've ever seen in my life. DeJuan Jones is going to be here to talk about his experience at Ohio State, his experience going through the draft, and then his experience, making the Browns as a lower round draft choice, a guy that some people thought was a project and quite honestly maybe too big to succeed in the NFL, because there is a point where if you're not nimble enough, these speed guys, and DeJuan Jones is an offensive lineman, and so these speed guys on defense can just you can be as big as a mountain, but if you can't move, somebody's just going to go around you. And DeJuan worked hard and proved that he belongs in the league, and he's going to share those experiences with our guests coming over on Friday for what will be the last Chalk Talk for the Cleveland Browns exhibit. And with DeJuan is another guy who has a similar story, Luke Wepler, and two guys. I think fans, it's hard to identify with somebody who's 6'8", 350. Us normal sized people, but we can identify with somebody who has taken what God's given them and done the most with it. And, again, seen their dreams coming true by hard work and dedication and being in the right place at the right time.
Absolutely. So, I have to bring up, we were over there on Monday. Our own Keller came over and covered a really, really cool event, and that's the Strong Youth, Strong Community program you guys talked about on Monday. Rich, tell everybody a little bit about that. If you didn't catch it, there's pictures on our social medias too that we took of that day as well. But I think this is a really special program.
It is, and again, an extension of what the Hall tries to do in a couple of different ways, which is, giving back to the communities. And this Strong Youth, Strong Communities program is a program that the Hall and Centene Corporation, which is one of the country's largest healthcare providers, we have come together through an initiative that Hall of Famer Darrell Green started roughly a decade ago. Darrell started this on his own, recognizing a need to share some inspirational messages, help kids who are struggling with, and really struggling with all things that teens, young adults, and quite honestly, all of us struggle with, which sometimes is, a little bit of, we all need a little jolt now and then to our self-esteem, or we start to doubt ourselves, or just wonder, what is in store for us next, and maybe just get stuck in neutral a little bit. And Darrell started a program and did it by himself for a little while. And then Centene came along and said, this is something really special. This is something that we can take nationally. And so joined forces with the two of them. And then the Hall of Fame comes in, and Darrell Green and Aeneas Williams and Anthony Munoz are the three main Pro Football Hall of Fame ambassadors for this. And they go all over the country, 3, 4, 5 times a year into various places to talk to the kids about the messages that are important to them at that point in their life, middle school and high school age kids. And a young woman named Iman McFarland, who played basketball at the University of North Carolina, joined on a few years ago, and just brings a different perspective to it, a female voice. So a lot of the girls and young women in the audience connect with her, and she talks about fully loving yourself, and how she's 6'3" and played major college basketball, and she talks about being 6 feet tall in the 8th grade. And you can imagine the kind of teasing and bullying that she experienced because of that, for no other reason than she just didn't look like other people. So she can really connect with the audience. So Aeneas and Daryl and Iman came over here Monday, and we had about 80 kids from Glen Oak and McKinley and St. Thomas Aquinas high schools, and some big brothers, big sisters. And they heard that message. I'll tell you what, every single one of the ambassadors left here Monday saying it was the best. They've been doing this for nearly a decade now. They said this is the best audience they've ever had. It was the most engaged. They were excited. They were loud and proud without being obnoxious. There's a line that can easily get crossed where kids sort of lose,
especially with middle and high school.
A little bit. Yeah. It was unbelievable. It was really wonderful. And on behalf of the hall, I want to thank Aquinas and Glen Oak and McKinley and the Big Brothers, Big Sisters for making those kids available, because we know they got a lot out of it. And then we challenged them. Hey, it doesn't end here. This is really just the beginning. Your job now is to go back to your schools, share with some friends what you heard and build it out. And hopefully, 1, 2, 3 kids really buy into that and start spreading that message. And we know, we can overcome, some of the challenges that they face if we, really put all our combined energies together.
Yeah, I love that so much, just because this is another way, yet again, that the Hall of Fame is jumping on board and saying, hey, we're here. We want to help the community. And we're here as support. I mean, these are role models these kids look up to, and what a great message to share with them. So we loved covering it. We loved being there. Ryan had such nice things to say about it. So that was awesome.
Well, thank you for, we thank him for coming over, and for you for being receptive and seeing our vision on what that means. And if you have a platform and don't use it, then what's the point? And
right.
We have that platform. Our Hall of Famers have that platform, and with our friendship and partnership with you, just to get that message out that, hey, as Aeneas Williams said, challenge the kids. He said, what do you see when you look in the mirror? And you are, he told the kids, he said, you are handsome, you are pretty, you are beautiful. And don't let other people tell you that you aren't, because you are. And it really only matters that you believe that yourself. He said, because you will find that one person, you'll find another person who believes that, and surround yourself with those. But don't surround yourself with the people who are bringing you down. Surround yourself with the people who are building you up. So just a great message. And one, we can spread that every day.
Yeah, that's actually a great message, not just for kids, but for adults.
For adults, yeah, they can use that message.
Yeah.
Rich, always a pleasure. Before we let you go, 2 quick things. One, when will the Caleb Williams jerseys be in the gift shop?
The
Navy one.
Yeah, we'll see what number. Yeah, I guess once they figure out what number he picks, you'll find them here, right? Because
I know you will.
We got stuff for all 32 teams, as we've said. Yes, we will. I'm certain we'll have some Caleb Williams jerseys eventually.
I love it. And finally, is that a Van Gogh Starry Night tie?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know a Van Gogh.
Rocking the art tie. I love it.
That is nice, Rich.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aren't
Very good, Christian. Such culture.
That was a good
I know
eye.
a lot of people would never think of me of knowing anything about Van Gogh. But
You went to the Van Gogh thing, didn't you? Yeah.
There was that immersive exhibit.
Yeah.
I went up there, and it was really, really good.
You guys have a big announcement tonight too that you should be looking forward to.
What's that?
About the stadium.
Oh yeah, the Bears making a press conference today, Rich, about that stadium.
Yeah, well, we'll see how the good people of Chicago feel about going. I think the last thing I saw was Bears are willing to go 50-50 with the city on this. And hey, listen, in many cases that's not bad. Some owners fully fund things to do it exactly how they want. That's great. Others just try to hold their home city hostage, and okay.
Yeah, I mean, Cleveland's looking to do some things too.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how the city responds to this proposal.
Rich, always a pleasure. Thanks so much for the time. We'll talk to you next week.
All right. Thank you.
See you later, Rich.
DeRocher, Pro Football Hall of Fame, joins us every Wednesday. And yes, I did know that was a Van Gogh tie.
That was a good eye. I was impressed.
I was like, that's a starry night.
I kept looking at it while we were talking to him, and I was like, I think it is too, but I wasn't going to say anything.
Tie game is strong.
It is. He's always either got like bears or arts
Something.
or. I mean, he always has NFL. He has that one that has all the NFL teams on it.
He has no time for pouring ties.
No
time.
He is not going to waste any time on boarding ties.
No,
There's no room for it.
No, there's
He's
just
a busy
not.
man.
And to tie this all in, coming up very soon. See what I did? Pitbull Q to call. It's coming up like real soon, like super soon. Don't go anywhere. It's Q92. There is the cue to call. I told you it was coming real quick. Who wants to go see Pitbull at Blossom Music Center Thursday, August 29th? We got a pair of tickets to give away right now. Caller number 10, 330-450-9292. Good luck.
Hey, folks.
I'm going to kick it off. My rage is being prescribed Ozempic and then finding out you cannot afford Ozempic, and now you can't do it anymore because it cost you $350.
Yeah, that's a big kick to the butt.
That is. By the way, Jake checked with his pharmacist parents, and they said that's pretty much the best deal I'm going to get.
Yeah.
For you people that pay less, God bless you. For people that got to pay more than they should for medications, you shouldn't pay more than you pay for your car in medication, in one medication. Rage room. Jake, you got some raids today?
Yeah, rage room. I don't understand why people walk, run, ride their bikes, ride their scooters in the middle of the street in the neighborhood when there's a sidewalk 5 feet from them.
I also have that rage.
Yeah.
I've said the same thing. Whenever I see a sidewalk, I'm like, there's a sidewalk.
Yeah.
Why would you not walk on the sidewalk?
Move over 3 feet, go on the sidewalk, and let the cars drive.
Literally. I have the same rage. I've said that before. I'll say it to myself in the car.
Yeah.
They'll be on the side of the road, and I got to go around them, and I'm like, there's a sidewalk.
Yeah.
Like, especially, you're walking. There's a sidewalk.
Yeah.
It's a sidewalk.
Exactly.
For you.
Yeah.
It's for you.
Yeah.
For your safety.
Right.
You're a lot less likely to get struck by a car on the sidewalk.
Right. It could happen, but
no,
less
it
likely.
absolutely could happen. But I mean, it's God's will at that point.
Right.
I mean, I agree. It's a good rage.
Yeah.
Good rage. Let's see. We got the text line here. Rage room. When I sneeze about 46 times in a row, and I absolutely hate when I'm on my 10th sneeze and somebody that I'm talking to still having a conversation with me because I'm choking, I can't breathe, I'm snorting, and it's a hot mess, and they can't stop talking for 30 seconds as if I have any idea on what they're saying anyway. Rage room. I'm usually a 2 to 3 sneezer.
I definitely sneeze more than twice.
Yeah, there's never usually just one.
Yeah.
It's usually a 2 to 3, but I know people that they'll do it 10 times. I'm like, good Lord.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Find a rewarding career close to home at Kimball. You'll find outstanding benefits, a supportive team, and opportunities for career growth. Working for a local family company really makes a difference. Apply today.
Q92.
Much colder air sweeping into the area during your Wednesday. A brief morning shower, a lot of clouds with temps falling through the 40s during the day. Overnight, a hard freeze in many spots. Our low near 30 with partly to mostly cloudy skies. I am Art J. Weather. Stay warm.
Saturday we went out. We took the kids swimming at his grandfather's.
Oh,
and
that's
Jamie's,
fine.
her father's. We went over there and we swam.
Yeah.
Did that. Then, unfortunately, we tried to eat food afterwards. And I had 2 consecutive awful ordering experiences.
So, like, you DoorDash.
Where I went, no,
Okay.
we tried to go. It was, first of all, it was weird to begin with. Watch the time. Okay. It was weird to begin with because I suggested after swimming, hey, why don't we all just go get someone little? I don't want to go to like an expensive sit-down.
Right.
Somewhere, I don't care if it's fast food or just a place that's quick, not that expensive. Let's just grab a bite while we're out. I was like, yeah. And then somehow we end up going to Mexican, which if you know me at all, you know I can't stand Mexican food.
I love it.
As far Mexican food as I go is Chipotle. So the whole time we're driving, I'm like, if this was my idea.
And it got hijacked.
And somehow we're going to a place where everyone knows I won't like any of the food. But I'm thinking there's got to be something, right? Got to be something.
No.
Maybe they have an American menu or some stuff. I know Don Poncho's has actually an awesome American menu.
Yeah, their fries are so good.
Burger, fry, the grilled cheese. It's awesome. This place did not.
Okay.
So I decided, I was thinking, okay, I like Chipotle. What if I get a burrito? And I'm just very specific to the man. And I say, I just want steak and rice.
Yeah, simple.
Seems like, okay, that might work.
Right?
That might work. I didn't take into account that I was in an authentic Mexican restaurant. So I explained this to the gentleman, and he nodded many times.
I got it.
I said, just, burrito, just steak and rice. You don't want this. I don't want that. You don't want this. I don't want that. Do you want this? I don't want that. I thought I just said I wanted just steak and rice. In my head, I said this. I'm like, I thought I made this pretty clear.
I was going to say, did you say this to the waiter?
I said
Because that doesn't
steak,
sound like you.
and he just kept questioning other things that, like, I said I didn't want on it.
Right.
And I spent
He was making sure.
a good couple minutes going, no, just steak and rice. Just steak and rice. Do you want tomatoes? Just steak and rice. Do you want this? Just steak and rice. And somehow that wasn't working. So it comes out.
And it wasn't steak and rice.
First of all, my own fault. I probably expected to see something looking like a Chipotle burrito. And it came out like this very loosely wrapped, I guess, burrito, if you will. Now, first of all, there was cheese on the side and cheese drizzled on the top. I have no idea where the cheese came into the picture. After I spent 10 minutes. Jelly Roll need a favor right here on today's hit music. It is Q92. Christian, Lauren, Jake with you, hanging out on your Wednesday morning now in the 9 o'clock hour. And coming up this hour, we got 2 more chances on the final day to become a finalist to win the kayaks just in time for summer. Powered by Stark Parks, your destination for summer fun. You're going to hear the cue to call this hour, but also you're going to go over to the live video feed of the morning show. It's right now live on YouTube, Facebook, and X. Click the like button and type boof, which is, in fact, a kayaking term. Correct, Jake? Oh,
Correct, yeah.
So, and for those who don't know, what is boofing in a kayak?
It's a technique used to lift the front of the kayak up when you go down a waterfall or like an edge to keep yourself from submerging into the water when you hit the bottom.
It's probably a good idea to do that.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, to lift it up a little bit before you head down a waterfall or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's a real kayaking term. It also goes back to Teen Wolf, but we talked about that a long time ago. So you want to go over, click the like button, put boof in the comments section, and maybe we'll select you at the end of the show and make you a finalist. Now, you're still going to have chances today with Nicolina, with Keller this afternoon, and Ryan tonight. But your last 2 chances with the morning show are going to be the cue to call this hour, and we're going to pick someone that goes over to the live video feed, clicks the like button, and puts boof, B-O-O-F, in the comment section. That's what's going on this hour. The phone number 330-450-9292 and the text line 330-269-9292. It's Olivia Rodrigo right now and Obsessed on Q.
To be fair, my son's.
They had like a list of things you don't realize you do that annoy your neighbors. And I was going through a list. It's pretty standard. It's a lot of things that I think we've all experienced neighbors doing, or we've even maybe done ourselves.
Right, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like mowing your lawn late at night or early in the morning. Not letting your dogs go in the neighbor's yard and poop, and you know what I mean? Not
Yes.
taking care of that or not cleaning up the poop.
Yeah.
Things like letting your kids play in the street all day. Going overboard for holidays.
That's my
Come on
yard.
there.
Mind your business.
Tree debris or grass debris, not, putting the grass clippings out in the street or letting your leaves go into your neighbor's yard or raking them into your neighbor's yard, things like that.
Yeah.
Parking issues, people who park on the street and other people don't like it or not allowed to do it, but they do it anyway. Basic stuff. And it got me thinking, like, doesn't mean you don't like your neighbors.
Right.
But what is something your neighbor does that annoys you or you don't like, you wish they didn't do? Again, that's necessary. You might hate your neighbors. I get it. But you might not hate them at all. But they do this one thing. You're like, yeah, I really wish you guys didn't do that. like mine is just because I'm an introvert.
Yeah.
I wish they wouldn't be outside when I pull in to talk to me.
That's funny.
When I pull in, I just want to go in my house.
Oh, I
and it
know.
has nothing to do. They're lovely. I have great neighbors on both sides.
I know that, but you're similar here. Like, don't talk to me. I just want to leave.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to go. I want to get in I just pulled in. I just got home. I want to just, I'm going to get the mail, and I said, like, oh, I'll pull in. I still laugh because we'll pull in, and you'll hear, I'll go, oh, if one of them's outside, like,
are your windows ever down?
Here we go. No, I'm not like that rude. And I have great neighbors on both sides. Awesome. It has nothing to do with them as persons. It has to do with me being a weirdo and not wanting to associate with humans.
Yeah, I don't mind that. We have awesome neighbors on our one side. Like, we're very good friends with them. Our kids babysit, house sit. We just got done fish sitting yesterday for them. They're amazing. We could not ask for better neighbors.
You could.
Everybody else, like, they're fine. Like, we don't talk to all of our neighbors all of the time, but if we see them, it's like, hello,
Yeah.
There's one neighbor, though, in particular, and it's not even anything that they do that gets on my nerves. I'm perplexed by it. Both he and his wife have to pull into the garage.
9/11. We got a
backwards.
forecast from Mark Johnson coming up. And
have.
again, 2 chances to become a finalist for our kayak giveaway that happens tomorrow. It's all coming up on Q92. So yeah, happy birthday to her. 60 years young. So maybe not. Maybe not.
She is not 60 years old.
No, I made that up.
Yeah.
She's nowhere near that, but she's older than me. So enjoy your day. Like I always say, there's no one I'd rather have ignore my texts and phone calls than my sister.
I feel like her sister just does her own thing. She's just like, I'm good. I don't want to talk to him right now.
Then you get older, she's like, what? I'm like, oh, gee, I don't know. I can't remember at this point.
Oh, stop.
Thank God it wasn't an emergency.
Well, she's got a family and kids and
Yeah,
stuff.
so
Maybe
do I. I can answer my phone or text when one of my family members calls.
That's true.
Or text.
It's true. I'll give you that.
I got to, you know how much you got to keep an eye on an 8-month-old?
Yeah, I do. I remember that.
I can still pick up my phone. Half the time he has it.
Well, yeah. He lets you know.
I taught him high five yesterday. He learned high five today.
Oh, good.
Yesterday. He doesn't, he goes.
Real slow.
Yeah, he goes real slow. He claps.
Yeah.
I love how babies do the open finger clap.
Oh, yeah.
Like they don't do the clap. They're like.
Yeah.
He does that. He loves to clap. He loves when you see him clap.
Mm-hmm.
But I taught him high five yesterday. Now he's just like.
Real slow.
Yeah. And it's funny because the third thing I've taught him that Jamie doesn't believe I taught him until she sees it.
Okay.
I'll be like, he does high five. He claps now. No, he doesn't. Jimmy, clap.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Jimmy does high fives now. No, he doesn't. I'm like, what?
Why don't you believe me? Right.
Please believe me. Like, yes, he does. I could see if I was like, Jimmy's driving now. I could see you be like, no, he doesn't.
I was just going to say, you should start being a little bit sarcastic and be like,
Jimmy knows geometry.
Right.
That makes sense to call me out and be like, there's no way he knows geometry. I think high-fiving and clapping, I think.
They're reasonable milestones.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
In fact, what is he not? He's 9 now. He just
9
turned 9 on the
months
7th.
Yeah. Have you ever in your life
You're
wanted
going
to
to
put a
be
toe in your
arrested.
mouth?
A toe in my mouth?
Have you ever, other than maybe Jimmy's, like to kiss them?
That is the cutest
It
thing
is
in
really
the
cute.
world. That is the cutest thing in the world.
But an adult's toe. Have you ever had the urge?
I don't hate feet. I'm not necessarily a
Have you ever wanted to suck them though?
wanted. I'm sure I have.
Like suck a toe.
I'm sure I have.
Ugh.
I'm not boring, Lauren. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm not missionary only. Lights off.
you're so dumb.
All right, that is.
You're so dumb.
I'm not.
I have never.
And no
though.
talking. No talking.
Mm.
But there is a huge difference in that with two consenting adults and going into a stranger's hotel room.
I get it.
Sounds like the guy from Mr. Deeds that loved changing socks.
You know,
crazy.
I know you've always told me about the foot fetish and all that kind of stuff. We've had discussions off air about this.
Christian, no, don't lie on air. I'm just lie. No, I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
I was watching TikTok last night. It's so weird that this topic came up. And some lady, you know where they go up to people and they're like, all right, what's your name? What do you do for a living? How much do you make? And it'll be like a bunch of different professions in different cities, like, and how much they make. And the girl was like, I don't want to tell you. And she's like, why? When she asked her what she did for a living. She's like, I sell foot pictures and videos. And she's like, on OnlyFans? She's like, no, there's a website called Fun with Feet.
Or Foot Finder.
Well, it's called Fun with Feet, the one she was talking about. And she's like, how much have you made this year? And she's like, I'm really close to $100,000. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So obviously the foot fetish obsession is a lot larger than any of us know or are willing to admit, obviously.
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. It's huge. It's a money maker. And it's not even, think about the girls on OnlyFans. You're not even doing that. You're just taking off a sock.
Yeah.
So how about this? Yesterday, I was falsely accused of a crime.
Okay, but to be fair, like I actually almost believed it for a second. I was like, and if that's the case, I was a little like impressed by you. Because I'm like, how would this ever even happen? You have globally affected the plumbing of the world. Like,
I mean, here's the short of it, folks. I went home yesterday and I decided to take a poo. Like you do. Nothing felt different. It didn't feel any more impressive than any other bowel movement that I've had over the years.
It was just a normal day.
Normal poo to me, actually good consistency. It looks healthy.
Your post-work poo.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I flushed said poo and went about my day. Didn't think anything of it.
Until
later on, I went to the sink and we had no water pressure. So I go, and we have no water in the house, and I go, Jamie, because she's the man of the house that fixes things. I go, Jamie, there's no water coming out of the sink. I hear, what? Like there's no water coming out of the sink.
Right, which is the problem.
And she begins to tell me that one of my poos is turtle heading.
Ew.
It must not have went all the way.
It clogged the toilet. Clogged.
What she believes that it didn't go all the way, and that maybe it clogged it. And we're looking, and I grabbed the plunger. I did some plunge, and little guy didn't want to come out. I mean, it was like Groundhog Day. He didn't want to come out and see a shadow. But I could see him only from an angle. Kind of had to stand and do it to see him. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Just barely. Kind of like if you were in an aquarium and the eel is in the, you know what I mean?
I got it.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Jake, you got the visual?
I got it.
All right. So we go around, we're looking around the house. There is no water in the entire house. And now I'm being accused by my fiance, who I love, that I have clogged the toilet so terribly that all water to our house has been stopped. Because she Googled it, and it did say a clogged toilet, although not every time, could shut down all water in your house.
Okay. When I first saw your status, I was like, can you even do that? No, he's being
I
he's
didn't think so.
exaggerating. That can't happen. And then like you kind of have this moment of like, can you?
It's not necessarily common, but it can happen.
Okay.
So now I'm sitting out there, playing with my son, realizing like, has my poo stopped all water in my house?
Jimmy won't get his bath tonight.
Can no one shower? No one can shower. No one can get a drink of water. No one can we can't make a bottle. You know what I mean? Like for the boy, all because of my poo. So I'm sitting there. There's a little bit of guilt and shame. Not too much. It's funny, but a little bit of guilt and shame. I'm sitting here going, and I'm like, you want me to call a plumber? She's like, no, I'll figure it out. And I'm sitting here thinking, what? If there's a real problem, we need a plumber out here.
Yeah.
We can't go days without water.
No.
Regardless of whether my poo has caused this problem. We need to get this fixed. And later in the day you go, the chance of a plumber coming out to your house is not very good.
No, yeah. Or if they do, it's going to be real expensive.
Yeah, but I'm like, okay, I don't run this show. I'm Robin, you're Batman. If that's what you want to do, fine. So I'm sitting out there, and I'm like, man, this really sucks. She's laughing. She thinks it's funny. And then I'll be damned if she doesn't get a text that the apartment complex next to our condos had a water main break, and water had to be shut off for a second. As a matter of fact, we have a boil alert for the next 3 days.
Well, that sucks too.
So my poo did not shut down the water in the whole house.
Just tell me you went and got like bottled water for Jimmy's bottles. And,
We had to.
Yeah.
I had to go to Meijer. I had to go and get a couple cases of bottled water.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was not me. It was not my poo. Now, should my poo have gone all the way down? Probably. Did she end up being the one to plunge it enough to where it went down? She was, not me.
The fact that your mind went to, I just shut down water service.
I really thought I
to
did.
my house.
I really thought I did. I didn't, though. There was a water main break that shut down all, and that's probably why my poo didn't leave.
Could be because it didn't have much water pressure.
Nowhere to go.
Could be. It was like bad timing.
Poor guy was probably sad that these, I imagine to poo, it's like going down a water slide. You know what I mean? Doja Cat, Paint the Town Red, right here on today's Hit Music Q92. It's 21 minutes after 9. Do not forget, like I said, coming up, Q to call for the kayak. Plus, anyone that goes over, likes the live video feed, puts boof in the comment section, which is a kayaking term. I know some of you are hinting that it could mean something else, but it is a kayaking term.
Google it.
Look it up, pervs. And we're going to pick one of you at the end of the show as well. So go do it. Do it now. Saw this morning, Lauren. TikTok ban's a little closer.
Yeah, it's getting there. I you know what I honestly think is going to happen? It's going to get sold, and so it won't get taken down.
Pass the Senate.
No, I know that. But
I know, but I mean, I'm just
but
saying,
the bill is to either shut it down or to sell it to an approved company.
Yep.
That they know they can monitor to make sure they're not taking information they shouldn't be, that kind of stuff.
The president is absolutely set to sign it as soon as it reaches his desk. It passed last week with 4 other bills. So the government, it's just funny that Republicans and Democrats came together on TikTok.
Well, I mean, no matter what party you're associated with, you don't want your information stolen.
But we do that every day in this country on every app, everything we use.
This is different. There was a proven data breach from the company that owns TikTok, and it was big and intentional.
Yeah, I guess. Why they care about this one and not the other ones? Because it's China.
Okay, again, it was intentional. Like they did it to
intentional
steal.
breaches all the time.
Not by the company that hosts the platforms, typically. Usually they're hacked. You see what I'm saying?
I get it. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them controlling.
That's why the U.S. has a problem with the company that hosts it, because they allowed that information to be taken. If they had been hacked by Russian spies. Like, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. It would have been like we got to up our security. That's not what's happening here.
They actually have a year. They have 9 months, but they gave them 3 months grace.
Well, that was nice. See, we're not too unreasonable.
We gave them 3 months grace period after that. So really, they got a year. And it's very simple. Either sell it to an American company.
Yep.
Or it will be blocked in the United States of America. There are a lot of young kids in their 20s sweating right now that are creators.
It's not even
another one, right?
Oh no, it's not even just that. Have you seen the campaigns for small businesses? Because they say that's a lifeline for small businesses.
Yeah. Would everyone go over to Reels on Instagram? Is that where all the content creators would go?
I feel like content creators are posting there anyhow. It's funny because we've had this conversation before. Like, my kids aren't allowed on social media. My daughter just joined. She's over 18 now. I would say to her, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I saw this. I wanted to show her something as it would pertain to one of her interests. And she's like, oh, I know. I already saw it on Pinterest. Because that's the only social platform we let her be on, because she would get craft ideas when she was younger. And I know the people on her board, are like me, her aunts. You know what I mean? Like, close family, couple friends that she used to make slime with and get her recipes off Pinterest for. But Pinterest has even evolved where you can watch all these reels that are on TikTok and Instagram and all that. You can see it on Pinterest if you search for it.
These content creators, aren't they popular enough that let's say that, now listen, this is going to go to the Supreme Court. They're going to appeal this. You know what I mean? This isn't going to be like he signs it and that's it. A, because you have a year, but B, they're going to fight this in court.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a while.
The article I'm reading, like, it's going to go to the Supreme
Court. Think the U.S. is not playing. They don't want information taken.
I agree, but legally, they're going to fight this. My thing is, if these content creators and small businesses are as popular as they are, and their people are as loyal as they are, if a new app came along, or if they all said, we're going to Reels, wouldn't their fans follow them? Wouldn't their followers follow them? Because you can watch TikToks on Reels anyway. That's what half the Reels are. I know it stinks because that you were originally, on TikTok. But I'm saying, if you're like, hey, listen, follow me on Reels. We're taking all our content. We're going to be on Instagram, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, you're going to follow him if that's your favorite.
What I'm saying. Like,
not only that, like I told you about that chef that my son really liked, that Nick DiGiovanni, whatever. I followed him on TikTok and everything. And my son was like, because he can't do that. He was like, I watch him on YouTube. The exact content he's putting on YouTube is the exact content I'm getting.
Is it me? Or is YouTube like the quiet storm of social media that's been around forever?
That everybody still goes to.
Never died out.
100%.
But it's never like the first one that comes to mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We always talk about Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, even TikTok. But YouTube's just that steady guy that's always been there.
Yeah.
And it's always being used. You're right. They could YouTube channels. You can make money on YouTube just like you can make money on TikTok.
On what?
TikTok. Boy, there should be.
I'm sure there is. There's everything. There's a Swift talk. There's a healthy eating talk.
Let's put it in the old browser and see what happens. Sorry, HR. Let's see here.
HR.
Looks like no. I should get this domain. Make someone have to pay for me.
Well, all you have to do is search for it within TikTok.
Oh, that. Yeah, there's that. I have yet to use TikTok. I only use Reels. And if Vine was brought back, I would 100% use that. Funny you should say that. You know who, I guess, X'd about that and asked if they should bring it back, if it should come back? Elon Musk.
Interesting.
Now, could have just been a tweet.
Yeah.
But he asked, should Vine come back? And I was like, oh, he's bringing back Vine. Now, that's a businessman who sees what might be coming.
Yeah.
He's like, TikTok is kind of Vine anyway.
Right.
If TikTok's going away, what if Elon throws back out Vine?
Yeah.
Let me see. Vine went away and something came and replaced it. So, yeah, Vine was big. The problem with Vine was you had, 7 seconds?
Yeah, it was something real crazy short like that.
Don't get me wrong. I have laughed my ass off.
Oh, same. We have sat on the couch on a Friday night with our kids and literally watched Vines for a couple of hours.
Yes, you can find Vine compilations on YouTube.
The pet compilations, the kids compilations. Oh. I mean, just stupid stuff.
Someone said the government, this on the text line, the government voted on overtime pay now. If you make under 58K, it used to be 23K, and work over 40 hours, regardless of how you are coded, exempt, non-exempt, salary, you are legally entitled to overtime pay.
Oh, interesting.
If that passed, I thank you for that.
Yeah.
And also, I did see non-compete.
Yeah.
Might be going
it's gonna
away.
Be bye-bye. What is that?
Non-compete might be going away.
FTC is who's putting their
Federal
foot down.
Trade Commission.
Yep.
Saying no. If you work at Nike and Reebok wants to give you more money to come work for them, no,
then
they
you're
can't.
gonna go.
They can't stop you from going there and making more money.
Yeah.
So that one, I was like, ooh. Now I want to see if that one goes through, because that'd be fantastic for a million different.
Lot of people.
Because how much does that suck? If you work for a company, another company, I grant you in the same industry.
Well, I mean, think about it. Even in the radio industry, like you couldn't work in Canton for whatever said length of time was.
Nope. No,
or
you have a
up to like what, 30 miles or something?
Oh no, it's 60.
Is it 60? Okay.
So if I got let go today, as of right now, technically I couldn't work anywhere in Youngstown, Canton, maybe even Cleveland.
Definitely Cleveland. Cleveland's only 40 miles from here.
Because of a non-compete, if you're in a contract.
Right.
So, and that's for all radio and TV stations. A lot of them have that.
Yep.
But it's not just media. There's a lot of companies that have non-competes.
I mean, obviously
like
not
that.
Channel 5.
Did
you see Danita Harris left one big guy and went? She went to or at 3 and she went to go join. I think
she might have been working.
Mark.
She might have been working without a contract.
She might have.
That's a gamble. Some of these places.
Maybe it was vice versa. Where did she go? Was she at 5 and went to 3, or was she at 3 and went to 5? I can't remember.
So
I think she was at 5 and went to 3.
Yeah. Oh, somebody even texted about that. The non-compete. Yeah. But like a lot of times, you know, that affects a lot, and not to bring it here, pro wrestlers. If you work, there's like a couple major companies, but you know, WWE, AEW. If WWE lets you go, you can't go to AEW for like 90 days, 120 days, whatever it is.
At least it's days. It's not like.
Well, no, you're right.
A year.
But according to this, now the next day you could be on their TV show if you had a deal. They couldn't be like, well, AEW let you go. I can't go to WWE though for 3 months. They go, no, you can go right now and make money.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to stop someone from making money.
No, you shouldn't be allowed to do that. I mean, I get it. Back in the day, you were trying to protect your employees, but the workforce has changed dramatically.
It has. And to be like, and I'm just using because I work here. If another radio station, Poop 100 in Oklahoma, was like, Christian, we'll double your salary to come here. And I had a non-compete with anywhere, and they're like, we're not letting you go.
What's their motto? We play crap.
Yeah.
Crap you want to hear.
The crap of your favorite crap. Right here on Poop 1024.
Only in where? Oklahoma?
Where Oklahoma goes to poop. Yeah, it'd be a great radio. Someone should do that. So non-compete could be going away. Overtime could be mandatory, no matter if you're salary or hourly or how it's interesting. TikTok could be banned.
TikTok is in jeopardy. Like I said, I really don't think that TikTok is going to go away. I think that they know that if they lose their American users, because it has a huge following, like the platform is just not going to be what it was. Like Talk Shop, all that kind of stuff is just going to, and people who sell on Talk Shop will pull out ultimately because they're not getting the views that they were getting from the American population. So to me, I think it would be smart to sell for like a ridiculous amount of money. And
I know it's your baby, but man, could you get a payday?
Yeah, you could. You could live the life for the rest of it.
So could your grandkids.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable. We'll see. Your prediction.
My prediction is it gets bought.
He gets bought.
Mm-hmm.
I'll roll with that. I'll roll with that. Jake, got a prediction? Do you not care?
I hope it gets taken away, but I don't have a prediction.
Oh, you want
Why? Why do you?
I don't use TikTok. I never will. I never have.
So you want everybody else to suffer that does?
Yeah, because
like, take it away.
Yeah, because I feel like the world would be a much better place.
Well, it'd be a much better place probably without all social.
Crowd, huh?
Look at him. He's all like, peace, love.
Oh, look at moral
over here this morning.
Here, huh? Well, peace on earth, huh, Jake? No, listen. I want your opinion all the time, Jake. That mic is on the whole show.
Yeah.
You have an opinion. Feel
he
free.
just sits there like Silent Bob a lot of times. We have to ask him a question.
Yeah,
he doesn't speak.
I'm not gonna.
But you know what? True to form in his regular everyday life, he doesn't speak unless spoken to.
Yeah,
that's true.
He has never rolled up on me and been like, "Hey, Lauren." Like he's walked in and stood and stared at me, but he doesn't speak until I go, "Hey, Jake," and then he starts talking.
No, listen. I don't know if you know this, Jake. I leave your mic on the whole show.
I know you do. Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
If there's a convo you have an opinion on, if her and I go back and forth and you have an opinion, I'll say it. Feel free.
Okay.
You're not going to do it, but
No.
that's
Probably,
fine.
I'll try.
I at least want you to know the offer's there from both of us.
I know the offer's there, and I know that. And,
Okay.
and sometimes I try, but it's just not me.
To talk
Yeah.
on a radio show.
Yeah.
All right. That's
I mean,
But I'm trying.
I feel like he's being incredibly honest right now.
he is. It's just funny. Just yesterday, I learned how to juice a lemon without cutting it on TikTok. The world would not be a better place without that.
Hey, listen.
You know what I've been looking for on TikTok?
Hmm.
I know I don't want to go to a different subject here because we're about to play a song.
Yeah, you're
but
fine.
How to frickin' clean my couch.
Like spot clean it?
Yeah, when you got you got a kid that spills everything
It spits
and
up.
2 dogs.
Yeah.
My new couch doesn't look so new anymore.
Yeah.
It's in great shape, but I don't think I can pull it off and just put it in the wash.
Do you have an upholstery, like a carpet cleaner with the upholstery attachment?
I have a small one. It looks like a shop vac.
Is it like the pet bot or whatever?
It's okay
Okay.
at best.
Well,
Does anyone know a life hack for that?
Yeah. I've learned some really cool things. I told you what I did this morning that I learned on social media. I made hard-boiled eggs in the air fryer.
You did.
Yeah. I did it this morning at 4:45 a.m. Guys, 270 degrees, 17 minutes, the best hard-boiled eggs you will ever make.
So I'm going to get on TikTok and look for upholstery cleaning. I'm sure there's a
I'll
hack
go
on there
look for
somewhere.
you. I'll see if I can find something.
We'll see. It's 9:35. Hey, that cue to call's coming for the kayaks. And if you haven't gone over yet and put boof in the comment section and like the live video feed, what are you waiting for? Because pretty soon we're going to be pulling that name randomly as well. It's all coming up. It's Noah Khan Stick Season, Q92. All right. Is complimenting hair creepy? That's a question I pose.
What? That's a question that Clint posed when he walked in here.
Yeah, we've been talking about. We're going to talk about what Clint said.
Yeah.
So he came in here and he was telling us a story about someone complimenting someone's hair.
Yeah.
Saying, I don't mean to be creepy, but I really like your hair.
Well, he asked me, he said, does that creep you out? Because he said, your hair looks nice today. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Is that creepy? Does that creep you out? And I said, no, we know Clint really well.
Right.
So it doesn't bother me at all. But the question was then posed. At what point is complimenting a woman in public not flattering, but yet then creepy?
I remember, and this is back in the 1900s, a guy I worked with was no longer with us.
Yeah.
Rest easy. King. But he... we were sitting one day in the studio talking, going over what we're going to do on the show. And a sales girl walked in. Now, this sales girl was a very beautiful woman.
She was a pretty gal.
Yes.
Okay.
I have no doubt. If she was like, hi, can I talk about your business and advertising? The owner would be like, indeed you can. And she always dressed nice. And she did. She had nice legs. And you know me, I'm a legs ass guy.
Okay, so you were oogling her too in the office.
Then yes.
Okay.
Yes, I was. And this is back in my Youngstown days. She walked in one day to ask a sales question about some sponsorship, things like that. And I will never forget this. We're sitting there and we're all talking. And the gentleman, the older gentleman at the time, he says, I got to tell you. He goes, I just got to tell you, you've got an incredible set of legs. And in my head, no! I knew back. This is 1900s now. Oh, no, this is 2000. This is.
Could you hear the clack of HR's heels coming down the hallway?
2002. I'm like, no! Of course, supposed to wait till she leaves the room to say that to each other. I don't think we say it to her.
Right.
Not at work. Not now. And she was very nice about it. And you could tell it was a little like, I'm sorry, but
it probably took her by surprise.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I knew that the guy was not trying to be perverted. I know you're like, oh, sure. I'm telling you, I knew the man. He wasn't. He thought, now he was older. Like he was in his 60s at the time. She's in her 20s.
I guess maybe that.
Maybe from a different, but I'm saying maybe from a different generation.
Yeah.
Maybe then that was seen. as okay. I don't know. This was way before now, where you say hi to someone like, "Oh God, did I offend you?"
Right.
Good morning. Excuse me.
Right.
Damn it. But yeah, I'll never forget that. You've got a incredible set of legs. Oh! Do women want gentlemen? Or don't you still want the bad boys?
I mean, I
Do you want
don't
a
know about a
gentle
bad
man?
boy, but you don't want a pushover either. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I would really like you girls just to do that. Text your man that, and then text back whatever the hell they write back. I'm just curious, or just tell us what he wrote back. I'm very curious. I mean, I guess that would be a good compliment to get, I suppose.
Should I add a heart emoji?
No, don't overdo it.
No, okay.
Don't overdo it. I was listening. This isn't going to work.
He's not listening.
Well, now.
Right now.
Call now to win.
Call now to win a pair of kayaks with Stark Parks and Q92.
There's the cue to call. We've been telling you it's coming. Be caller number 10 right now on the final day to become a finalist, and you will be in the running for a chance to win 2 kayaks that we are giving away tomorrow morning. Thanks to our friends at Stark Parks. Be caller number 10 right now, 330-450-9292. Caller 10, you'll be our latest finalist. Good luck. Jake and I, you had left to do your meeting yesterday, and Jake and I, not on air, but we were talking about this story about people being contacted. How many people believe they've been contacted by dead relatives? Jake, what was the percentage in this survey?
53%.
53% of people in this survey
That's high.
say that they believe they've been contacted by a dead relative. And we were talking off air. I said, I have had dreams since my dad. Listen, I have nothing crazy has happened since my dad died. I'd love to tell you he showed up in a beam of light and was talking to me about sports. No. Obviously, they say when you see a cardinal, and that's kind of my thing.
Of course, same.
I got a tattoo of a cardinal on my arm for my dad. And things like that. I don't believe, and I'm not a non-believer, so I'm not sitting here going poo-pooing on everybody's. I'm not a, oh, no way. But I don't believe I've ever truly been contacted by a dead relative. But according to that, 53% believe they have been. To me, I take that, and maybe I'm wrong. I take that as like they had a message. They were telling you something.
Like, what is it? Is it like
I've had dreams with my dad in them?
Yeah.
But they were just normal ass dreams that he just happened to be in. There was no like, son.
Yeah.
On the 5th day of March, a hurricane. Like there was no like warning. You know what I mean?
Well, I was gonna say, what is defined as contact? So is it like there's a needle in the bottom of that can and you don't know it, and like it goes flying off the counter, like it just moves. Like, is that considered contact? Like when you think someone from, I'm just saying, like I'm trying to come up with an example.
Where are we going? Like you're literally
Would you
like
poop yourself though if that happened?
This is you.
So there's been a nuclear attack.
What? Like what kind of scenario is that? To me, like contact
Like
is
things
like
moving in a room. That's what I'm saying.
that's
Like
more ghostly haunting. I'm talking.
okay, but define contact is what I'm saying. What does that mean? Does that
Does
mean
that
you
little-
hear something in your head and you feel it in your gut and
Jake,
you feel like
not to put you on the spot, Jake, but in that little paragraph, does it give any kind of context of like what exactly they're defining contact? It might not, because that's only like a summary.
It just says common forms of communicating with those on the other side, including dreams, sensing a loved one's presence. Women, and then they also say that women are more likely to be contacted.
Is it? Oh,
look at that.
Okay, it's because they're saying that
So you're more likely to be contacted by a dead relative than Jake and I.
That's because we're nice. We're nicer.
Well, is that what it is?
No, we're more sensitive, I think. I think a lot of it has to do with emotion. So think about it. Like for me as a woman, I don't have dreams very often, except for closer to my cycle when I know my hormones are higher.
Right.
So I'm more apt to have that kind of, but literally in the past 10 years, I've had one dream about my daughter. One.
I can count maybe on one hand how many dreams
My
I've had
dad's been gone for almost 25 years. I can count on one hand the amount of dreams I've had. And it's been like cameo. Like he wasn't like a major part of the dream. He was like in the background.
That's how mine was.
Yeah.
Whenever there was a dream of my dad, there was no like, son, I have to talk to you about. He was just kind of there.
What would you do? Would you follow his advice if you had a dream and he was like, son,
Well, depends on what he said.
don't go to work tomorrow? Would you stay home? Would you call off?
I'm like, no, are you going to pay my bills? What are you going to do?
But
Pop?
what if he's trying to help you out?
Dad, like, you got any money up there in heaven? What do we got here?
Are in order.
Q92, hello, who is this?
Can I put a friend at the office on real quick?
Sure.
Okay, one moment. Hi, this is Bridget.
Bridget, good
Yeah.
morning. Where are you calling from?
Canton.
Canton. All right, congratulations. You're caller number 10. You're now a finalist.
Woohoo!
Awesome. Congratulations, Bridget.
Thank you.
Did you have somebody call for you?
Everybody in the office was dialing for me.
Oh my goodness, girl.
Where at? Where from?
Yeah. Do you mind telling?
No, it's CPS statements.
Oh my gosh.
CPS.
Shout out to all of you guys. Thank you so much for helping your girl out.
Teamwork.
Right.
That's what it's all about.
Well, congratulations. It paid off because you're a finalist. We could be calling you tomorrow morning to tell you that you won a pair of kayaks just in time for summer. All of this courtesy of our friends at Stark Parks, your destination for summer fun. Just tell everybody your favorite station that made you a finalist.
Q92.
And Lauren, last chance for those people online to become a finalist this morning.
Yeah, if you're listening right now and you want a shot at these kayaks, Oh man,
see
it's
it
been
on
a morning. I did see it on TikTok.
All right. We both had one.
Let's start over. Hey guys, if you're listening right now and you want a chance at winning this pair of kayaks just in time for summer, head over to Facebook, YouTube, and X. Find that live video of Christian, Jake, and I in studio. Give it a like, comment, boof in the comments. And no, it's not a bad word. It's actually a kayaking term. Google it.
Sickos. Do it now. Hurry up. It's Q92. This guy sent a woman a music video of a love song. I know the song. It's by a band called Adelita's Way. The song is called Alive. Very good song.
Oh.
If you're into like rock ballads.
Okay.
Sent that. Under that wrote, wish you would give me a chance.
Aww.
Followed by pay you.
What?
Followed by buy you something. No response, by the way, to the song or the give me a chance.
Good.
Or the pay you or the buy you something. Here's a Tinder one.
I mean, I know we're not above bribery. Like,
Oh,
to
no,
get
we
people
bribe.
we bribe all the time.
We own it, though.
But that isn't that like solicitation once the money enters the situation?
Well, but you're not asking for sexual favors.
Yet.
You're asking for a chance at sexual favors.
I'll give you a chance. How much you got? $250. All right.
There's a certain rock band from the 90s that's officially back together starting in 2024. You know who it is?
No.
I'm going to play it.
Do it.
You've been waiting for this. It's not quite
Me
in
or
sync.
you?
Not quite in sync.
Oh, okay.
But it's close. Creed's back.
Oh, you know what? I did see something about that.
Scott Stapp went back to Creed. They were not on good terms for years. There was bad blood for years. I know it had calmed down, but for a while, they were not. I would even dare to say they weren't talking. Now, you're probably asking yourself, where are they reuniting at? Sonic Music, Sonic Temple, Incarceration, Rocklahoma in Oklahoma.
Maybe.
One of the huge rock festivals.
Do you know?
Glastonbury, Lilith Fair.
Maybe.
I could keep naming them.
Maybe Sarah McLachlan's going to introduce them as they come
Welcome
on.
to Lilith Fair. Creed.
Everybody, Creed.
Coming up next, Melissa Etheridge. But until then, and the Bengals.
Hey, I love the Bengals.
Right after Belinda Carlisle, going to do some Creed in here. Over to Lilith Fair 2024. Farm Aid? No. They're reuniting for the summer of 1999 cruise.
Oh, that makes sense.
In 2024. Their first show together in 12 years. A 4-day cruise. You could hear Creed all 4 days.
Wow.
I saw the picture they released. They all look pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, you've
For
seen...
guys that now I imagine are all in their 50s.
Yeah.
All 4 of them, they look good.
The
article, is on Q92radio.com. If you guys want to read the article and see the picture I'm talking about. Do it for us before we get out of here today. It's time to let you know who it paid off for. I went over to the live video feed of the morning show and click the like button and put boo in the comments section. It is a kayaking term. Y'all did it. Now, one of you it's about to pay off for. Lauren, who are we randomly picking today?
Today is Sean Dillon.
Jonathan Dillon. You
Jonathan.
are now a finalist for a chance to win the kayak. Congratulations. Now, if you're like, well, hell, I didn't become one. Don't worry. It's your final day, but you got chances coming up with Nick, Keller this afternoon, Ryan tonight. But this is your final day to become a kayak finalist. Keep listening. When you hear a cue to call, be caller number 10. Hopefully you'll be in the running. And all you finalists out there, we're going to be calling one of you at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Plus, we got a new contest to kick off tomorrow morning as well. Pretty cool one. So, you guys know, one contest ends, another one begins. All right.
Beautiful thing.
Have a great rest of your Wednesday.
We've got problems today.
It's hump day, folks.
It is.
Act accordingly. Nicolina is in here first. Have a great day. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow morning to wake you up all over again at 5:30.
We're only 2 days away, by the way. 2 days away from our live broadcast at Canton South High School on Friday morning for our 16th annual Students for Sobriety broadcast. I'm excited.
Crazy. Live and on location. Friday morning. That is insane. You guys have a great day. Enjoy yourselves. Jake, anything for the good people?
Love you. Bye.
It's Beaches. Blame Brett. It's Q92.
Done.